What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? What's going on? Y'all come on in. Hi there. Y'all, I'm still trying to recover. It must be the pollen or something. Child, sound like I have the flu. Child. Laughing is gonna be hard to do, but I'm gonna try to get one out. And we're gonna try to get a giggle and a chuckle. How y'all doing? Y'all come on in here. Hit that like button on the way in. I just could not leave y'all hanging. Oh, y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Happy Wednesday. Y'all all right? Y'all can see I'm not gonna be too long. Let's see here. Let's see here. Not gonna be too long tonight. Not gonna be too long tonight, but I did wanted to come and shoot the breeze with you all. Right quick, I am going to still do the expose tomorrow. So hopefully you guys can tune in on the information and the research from my very own no reply and make sure that you guys get that presentation in. I am excited. He did a lot of work, y'all. No replies. Awesome. We love you, dear. Hopefully y'all okay. What's going on? Is it Sherry? How you doing? What's going on, Colleen? I see you, Caleb. Y'all hit that like button. Shout out to my boss. Mindy, what's going on? Mama Sage, how you doing? Hope everybody is doing well. Not gonna be too long. I just wanted to check out a couple videos. Candace, this girl. We're gonna have to do the watch party at another time because it's gotta be at least a couple hours, and my throat just can't handle it. But oh man, y'all, Artie Trolls tried to do a FOIA. I am here for it. Oh man, I am here for it. Hold on, let me share my screen. Y'all, I want to see that body cam so bad. Candice, I heard you having a tantrum. Y'all, so okay, so Artie Trolls tried to do a FOIA for Georgia's police body cam footage. It says he needs to be a Tennessee citizen to access it. I don't understand it. You could get a FOIA request in, anywhere. So I don't know if they're telling him to go on a website or not, but this is something else. I've never seen this, like that type of response. How y'all doing? Hi, Sane. How you doing? Girl, I still sound sick. How you doing, Paul Cox? Bella, how you doing? Who is Candy Kissing? Child and Alien. What's going on? Mindy says, yes, but you have to live in Tennessee. Gary has someone he is working with right now. That's what's so crazy. I've gotten FOIA requests and stuff like that in for police body cam in different states. We tried to get police body cam FOIA in Illinois when I was last year when I was reporting heavily on Super Stupid. There was a whole fight that broke out in one of the town hall meetings, and I actually got a FOIA in, and this is in the state of Illinois. So I'm like, what? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. So I have to read up on their statute code. I'm wondering, did they cite a code on here for us to check out to see what the heck is going on? Hold on. So it's a silly IMO, but we will get it. Any Tennessee people want to try is very, very easy and costs nothing. That's what I'm saying. What law are they citing? This is Metropolitan Police Department of Nashville and Davidson County. Public record request form. Uh, this is crazy. Okay, here's the code. TCA 10-7-503A2A. Need to be a Tennessee resident. That makes I have never heard of that. Yeah, I know I gotta look this up. I have never heard of that. I've never had any opposition with getting FOIA in a different state and being told you gotta be a citizen. What? And this was like I said, I FOIA body cam for police up there in Illinois, in Thornton Township. And I didn't get this. They didn't say, "Oh, well, you got to be a resident of Illinois." I've never heard of that. 503. Yeah, this is something else. It seems like somebody might be. I'm wondering if she knew people were going to request it and probably reached out to them to try to get them to try to put a lock on it or something, or to because I've never heard of that. I'm trying to find the statute code and see what that says. A2A3. Okay, we got Justia. Candace, let me tell you something. If you telling the police department not to put out George's that body cam footage, kick rocks. No one told him to get drunk behind the wheel of a car and crash it in a ditch. And he was in a truck, a big ass SUV pickup type truck. Like that truck is huge. And if it is estimated $150,000, you know it had to be like the top of the line. So whatever, you know, I'm not a truck person like that, but whatever model that is, it had to be like the premium. He may have had it custom made. The rims look custom. Ah, that's some crazy stuff. You got whole laws in place saying you can't get police body cam. What you mean? What we doing? What's going on, Seafood Juju? Shout out to my mom, y'all. I see y'all in here. Hi, Tanya. Did I say hi, Tanya? I see you in here. Happy Mother's Day. Y'all Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday. I'm still gonna go live. I have my kids with me, my babies. They're like grown men now. Y'all, they eat so many groceries. What's going on, Sheila P? How you doing? Y'all have to forgive me. I'm just not 100%. Oh, it must be that damn pollen. It's the damn pollen. How you doing, Sifa? How you doing? That's why we're not gonna be too long. Let's see here. I'm trying to get this code up. Okay. My computer was cycling through. All right. So this is the Tennessee law for records open to public inspection. They just had was it an update done 2024. They're citing A. This is how you guys can, read the citation, right? So it was A2A based on this document. Hold on, let me make sure. So if y'all see that citation there, it's sub section A, and then that's sub 2, and then sub capital A. So that's how we're gonna break it down. So starting with the small a, and then go to 2, and then the capital A. So that takes us right here. All state, county, and municipal records shall at all times during business hours, which for public hospitals, all state, county, and municipal records shall at all times during business hours, which for public hospitals shall be during the business hours of their administrative offices. This is not a hospital, which for public hospitals. Am I reading that right? Y'all see the word hospital? Are y'all seeing that right? My eyes deceiving me? For hospitals? Why are they citing this statute code? This isn't hospital records. We're not asking for that. We wouldn't be able to get that anyway because of HIPAA. Who is the y'all? Hold on. Let me go back to this. I gotta put my glasses on. Hold on. Am I seeing this? Y'all seeing the word hospitals? Which for public hospitals shall be during the business hours of their administrative offices be open for personal inspection by any citizen of the state, and those in charge of the records shall not refuse such right of inspection to any citizen unless otherwise protected by state law. What? All state, county, municipal records shall, which for public hospitals, what? What the hell? You can't make this up. Y'all seeing that? Please tell me I'm reading something wrong. Am I missing something here? Who's an attorney? Did Arnie manage to have it? No, he said, actually, let's go back to that post. Y'all see who responded? Laura Loomer. She said, I have someone in Tennessee who is on it. Look at that. So Laura Loomer responded. There you go. Well done, Artie. Well done, honey. I'm trying to figure out how are they citing. I got a response asking for, are you kidding? Pursuant to Tennessee Code Statute 10-7 503G. These people are playing. These people are playing. Y'all see what's happening? One is citing the statute code for public hospitals. This one is 10-7 503G. Y'all see what's happening? Tennessee is effing around. They fucking around. So we go to that citation 10 dash. I'm gonna go to the top 10-7 503 and then small letter G. So there's A, and we have small letter B, small letter C, small letter D, small letter E, F, and now let's go to G. No later than July 1, 2018, every county and municipal government entity subject to this section shall establish a written public records policy properly adopted by the appropriate governing authority. The public records policy shall not impose requirements on those requesting records that are more burdensome than state law and shall include the process for making requests to inspect public records or receive copies of public records and a copy of any required request form, the process for responding to requests, including redaction, a statement of any fees charged for copies of public records, and the procedures for billing and payment, and the name or title and contact info of the individual or individuals within such government entity designated as the public records request coordinator. So there's someone that is assigned to these requests that are responsible for fulfilling them. What you're seeing is another person, seems like, citing a totally different portion of that section of that statute code. They're citing, here's an estimate. We'll give it to you, but here's an estimate. They're not saying that you need to be a Tennessee resident. Y'all see this? They are messing around in Tennessee. Y'all, somebody is playing games up there. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take down this gum. Somebody's playing games up there. I know, Juju. I had to zoom in as well, honey. Y'all, this is crazy. They are playing games in Tennessee. They're playing games. So Candace must have told them something. She must have called or reached out to the governor or the mayor, the police chief, somebody. Now, actually, this would be more of the mayoral because they would have a coordinator to handle public records for FOIAs and stuff like that. So yeah, somebody in the mayor's office is doing some shicey shit because you got two different requests coming back with two different citations of the same statute code but different subsections. One saying you got to be a Tennessee resident. The others just said, well, it's burdensome. So we have to charge you X amount of dollars for it. But they didn't say you got to be a Tennessee resident. It's the incompetency for me. Candace, stop calling them folks up there telling them not to fulfill a FOIA request. You understand it's a violation of federal law? You dumbass girl. She got to be doing something. Look at that. 1 hour allotted time, free of charge. This is the estimate. So they're saying that this is going to be laborious. Not that you can't have it. We'll do it. They didn't say anything about you must be a Tennessee resident. This is a second individual that did the FOIA. And a whole nother person that took the request is now citing, that it's laborious. So we got to charge you for labor and time reasonably necessary to produce requested records, including time spent locating, retrieving, reviewing, redacting, and reproducing records. Why would it need to be redacted? Other than the address and his driver's license number? I mean, and date of birth. There's nothing else to redact because the police didn't even put the correct country of birth. They put Nashville, Tennessee. We all know that George wasn't born here. And he didn't want to answer any questions for the police to do an accurate incident report. So what is going on? See, when people are trying to get this information, and here's to the candy asses and why I always say they can kiss my ass. Because look what happens when we're trying to get the information directly from the police department. Look at the dumb games they're playing. How do you cite two different sections of the same law? Y'all, you can't make this up. The waffle said, I called nice. Oh, my throat hurts. You can't make this up, man. I know, right? This is so sus. Like we don't even need like the personal identifiable information or the PII is what they would redact. So that would be like his driver's license number. Um, we already have his VIN, so that's not like that's information about the vehicle itself. His PII would be like his DL number, his social. We already know his date of birth because he's a public figure. Um, Maybe partial home address and any medical information, stuff like that. Like if he's an organ donor, whatever's on the driver's license. Other than that, that's public records. And look how difficult they're making it. They're citing different sections of the same statute code. So depending on who gets the request, you're going to get a different response. They just effing around up there. Candace probably called these people. I wouldn't be surprised. That people who are responsible for FOIA would be like underneath the mayor. And I say this because I, I've done plenty of FOIAs. Even though it will come from the police department, as far as the body cam and all of that, it still processes through that administrative office. They're playing around. Somebody doesn't know the law, or they just goofing off, and she may have called them. And you need to get the hell on because you can't stop people from doing a FOIA for public records. That's federal law. This is why I don't understand why Artie got the response he received. Now, this is coming from a whole different individual, a different requester. And look what they got. They got an estimation. They're saying this is an estimate of time cost we believe it will take to complete the request. 1 hour allotted is free of charge, approximate processing time. They're saying it's going to take 13 damn hours. And based on that time frame, it's going to be $585. Printed per page, 15 cents. Cannot be determined at this time. CD would be $1.10 each. DVD will be $1.60 each. Thumb drive 8 gigs, $289. Thumb drive 16 gigs, $366. Thumb drive 32 gigs, $376. Because this is a very large request, it will not be sent via email. Once the request is completed, an invoice will be emailed to you. Payment in full will need to be received before information is released. They're not saying, oh, our Tennessee laws say you can't get it unless you're a resident. That's not what this person received. This is a whole nother individual. Cornucopia of crime. She said, I got a response asking for around $600 to proceed. So they're full of crap. They're citing two different sections of the same statute. Candace must have called this mayor's office. Candace, get the hell on somewhere, sit down and have several seats. I told you, hell, I could see straight through you. You trying to keep this off wrap. Girl, if you don't kick rocks, as many people you doxed and released PII, you released Charlie Kirk's EMR record, where he went to the ER the day he was assassinated. The hell you doing? This girl can post up screenshots of emails from an internal system at the hospital between nurses, but yet she doesn't want police body camera footage to be released to the public, where these morons are sitting here citing different subsections of the same damn law. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. They effing around. I have never seen this in all my life, man. Oh no, Candace, you're bad at this. You're bad at this, Candace. This stops nothing, Heifer. I know you've been waiting. Mama's been sick. This stops nothing, girl. Do you understand? Somebody in Tennessee is going to get it. It's public record. This stuff is not sealed. Candace, you wouldn't even be able to get an order from the court fast enough to have it sealed either. Do you understand? Because you would have to tell the court why you don't want your husband's DUI police body cam footage to be released. Girl, bye. Bye, Felicia. The hell? But she'll dox everybody and their mama, grandmama, the daddy, your grandpa, your peepaw, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, your sister. Go down the whole lineage. She doxes whole families at a time. Jewish conservatives and donors because they gave money to TPUSA. Like, these are the people she's doxing. Her and her impersonating fake CIA investigators that she considered to be mommy slews. What the is that? Candace, kick rocks and kiss our ass. Girl, you doing this on purpose. Somebody is working with her in that damn mayor's office. Okay, God don't like ugly, mama said. She sure don't. Candace, this is your reckoning, girl. No one told you to marry George. You the one that said yes. That means when you said yes, you had to accept all his DUIs, drunken slews, the Bulling Don Club. Apparently, you were willing to take on Andrew Tate with that. God. His closeted and this nonsense, that essay allegation from another grown man against George. The photo of him and Milo, whatever the hell his name is. Like, you took on all of that when you said, yes, I do. And now you want to sit here and try to cover shit up when people are going in on you. After 8 months of you going in relentlessly on anyone affiliated or associated with Charlie Kirk and this assassination, including his own widow, his wife, who's now a widow. Never mind the kids. You're not covering this shit up, Candace. You can get the hell over it. Girl, if you don't kick rocks, these people are sitting here just citing random sections of law. Oh my God. Oh, we got to reply in real time. Hold on. I got to reply in real time. So if you notice, I'm going to tell Laura, if you notice that two different requests rendered two different citations of law. One request cited subsection A. What was it? TCA? Oh yeah, we doing this in real time, y'all. 10 7 503, and the other request below cited subsection G. Code. Somebody lying like hell. Oh, there we go. Somebody lying like hell is hot. Candace Garrett, you don't kick rocks. We all know she doing this nonsense on purpose. Oh my God. Oh, Candace, are you playing a dirty, dirty game? Now throwing every one of her cult members under the bus. Candace. Okay. Y'all shout out to Mindy for tagging me in this stuff. Candace, you better be glad my throat hurts, you dumb heifer. Oh, we gonna check this out. Artie Trolls did a video as well where he talked about did she say something along the lines of George is off limits? Because if so, Candace, oh, I'm finna go in on you. I'm just now seeing all y'all messages over here. It's a meltdown. Candace, you are sitting here losing yourself all over the internet, girl. Okay, hold on. This is what I want to see. Oh, Laura's pissed here with the popcorn. Candace now wants to say family is off limits. Oh, Candace. Mm-mm. 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 Nope. We got to check this out, y'all. We got to check this out. Oh, Candace, you don't get to sit here and say that somebody's off limits. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Look at how her cult members speak. Of course she will. She can't wait for the subpoenas. No tantrums. What are you talking about? Question mark. Maybe listen to an actual lawyer break down how utterly ridiculous the lawsuit is. Baron Coleman does a great job pointing out what morons they are. Oh, okay. No. Baron Coleman can't cite case law either. I don't do biasness when it comes to these lawsuits and court documents. We don't do that. If he were a real attorney, he would know better. His dumbass video is so biased, it's laughable. And no judge in a court of law would even listen to him for 3 minutes make that dumbass legal argument. And he knows that. He knows he can't go to court trying to represent anybody if he is an attorney. Isn't he an attorney? Baron Coleman is an attorney, right? Type away. Yeah, he's an attorney. Let's see. Who are we? Got some new people up in here. Y'all welcome in, welcome in. My throat hurts. So if y'all don't hear me laughing and speaking loud, it's because of that. if he's an attorney, that judge would be like, no, we not So, counselor, sit down. Thank you, counselor. No, I'm not buying it. In a hot minute. Chabu. You can't make this stuff up. And yet this is what the candy asses. Oh, they something else. No, we're not listening to Baron Coleman. I'm gonna listen to a real attorney and just read it myself if I need to, and ask attorney about certain aspects of it. But we all know how to read. We read here in the Lady Luck Club. To all the candy asses, we read here in the LLC. I have gone over that entire lawsuit. My godmother's a retired federal judge. If I really want to get a breakdown of something, I'll just call her. Baron Coleman can kiss my ass. How about that? Can't make the stuff up. Child, please. Lawyers don't trump out judges. Kick rocks, Baron Coleman. Can't make this up. They talking about, oh, you might want to listen to a real attorney. Yo, who the hell are you talking to? Okay. Child. Okay, so how long is this video, y'all? Oh, we gotta get it in. Candice, you're making me have to sit here and watch a whole video. So
Um,
all right, y'all let me know if y'all can see and hear. Hit the 4, cause we got to get in on this. She already trying to keep Tennessee from releasing body cam footage. They can't come on one accord as to what law they want to use to fulfill a FOIA request. Either it's you got to be a Tennessee resident, or, and which is not accurate, by the way. We went over the law. Let me put in the link to Justia, because the candy asses don't read laws. Oh, we do. But they cited the law regarding public hospitals. So somebody is being an idiot up there in the mayor's office where they handle the records, release the damn police body camera footage, and stop lying about the labor. It's body cam footage. It's going to take you 13 hours to just download the body cam footage and send it. Good grief. They can send a link. I'll upload it my damn self. I mean, what the hell? Y'all, that's what they're telling us up there. So somebody cited, when Arnie did his request, somebody cited the wrong subsection of the code. That portion was for hospitals, public hospitals. So somebody's working overtime to try to protect Candice. And she knows we're trying to get this body cam. Candace, stay your ass out of it. You understand? You don't override federal laws. If you don't like our laws here in the US, you and George can both be deported at the same time. Go back to the UK, Russia, the entire continent of Africa. Pick a place. Go stay with John Mappin. Just get your ass out of here. Otherwise, our federal laws stand. We're getting that police body cam. I'm ready to see George Farmer walking all over the highway talking about yes and correct. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Hit the 4 if you can see it here. Let's go.
I just have I have time tonight, and I just want to walk you guys through
Oh, do you
everything
have
that's been
time,
going on at the
girl?
Daily Wire, culminating in Jeremy Boring's just complete lie that he told tonight. I knew we were going to get there. We have kind of been trying to fish them out for a while. We knew, obviously, that they were behind this drive with, or at least I should say, we very much suspected that, since the same lawyers that they had privately suing me in arbitration court for the last 2 years.
Arbitration is not court. Candace, you're still an idiot. Arbitration is not court. She said arbitration court. Arbitration is not a court. It's not a type of court at all. Candace, are you this stupid? This girl said arbitration court because her cult members think that I need to talk to an attorney. They haven't seen any of my videos. And if they have, y'all can kick rocks barefoot. Candy asses don't run shit over here. Y'all enter my chat at your own peril. You already know these things. I have to give this disclaimer every time I go live now. Candace, Candice, Cadence, Condoleezza. Did you say arbitration court? That's not a court.
Daily Wire, culminating in Jeremy Boring's just complete lie that he
Of
told
what?
tonight. I knew we were going to get
What lie?
there. We have kind of been trying to fish them out for a while. We knew, obviously, that they were behind this drive with, or at least I should say, we very much suspected that, since the same lawyers that they had privately suing me in arbitration court.
Arbitration court. She said arbitration court. This is priceless, Candace. That's not a court. That's not a court, you dingus. Arbitration court. Can somebody download this? Because I need my closed caption. If anybody can download, I don't have the subscription with X. If anyone can download this and send it to me, I will upload this so that I can turn on the closed caption. Candice, arbitration court is not a thing. There is no such thing as an arbitration court. You can either go to court or you can have an arbitration. That does not have to occur in the court of law. Are you kidding? She said arbitration court, dear God.
For the last 2 years are the same lawyers that were suing Brett Cooper in arbitration court, the
See?
same lawyer that is now
No, no, no.
representing Brian Harper.
She says arbitration court. Oh my God, Candace, you're an idiot. It's not arbitration court. That's not a thing. I thought she was saying arbitration or court. No, she said arbitration court twice. Candace, oh, you're so stupid. Will you stop? Listen, you have the right to remain silent. Let me read you something. Candace, oh, I got to do it. I got to do it because you're forcing my hand right now. Candace. Oh my good God. Oh my God. Oh, Candace. Oh, you're such an idiot. Oh, I'm gonna pull it up. Oh my God. I just need the script. Oh, Candace. Oh my God. You're so stupid. I have not. This girl said arbitration court. Good grief. Candace, that's not a thing. Oh my good grief. Y'all, we gotta read this. Candace. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you prior to and during any questioning if you wish. Do you want to proceed with talking further in this video looking like a dingy ass canary big bird? Is that a yes I'm hearing? Okay, she said yes. Are you sure you don't want an attorney to sit next to you to help you speak about legal matters? No? You can do it on your own? You're a big girl now? Did you take your Flintstone vitamins today? Oh, you ate a rock? Okay, she ate a rock. That was her vitamins, y'all. All right, come on, you thunkhead.
For a while, we knew obviously that they were behind this drive with, or at least I should say, we very much suspected that since the same lawyers that they had privately suing me in arbitration court for the last 2 years are the same lawyers that were suing Brett Cooper in arbitration court, the same lawyer that is now representing Brian Harper in this case. We had received a ton of tips that, and obviously been publicly said to her regarding Erica Kirk and Jeremy dressing up this, hey, I have this piece of information that we had learned that George got arrested, basically just sharing Laura Loomer's report. You have no idea how much this just triggered me because just first and foremost to
girl, shut the hell up. You know what's triggering? Knowing that Charlie and Erica Kirk's two small children are getting death and kidnapping threats against them. You know what's triggering? The idea that you and the dumbass candy ass cult members were pissed off when she canceled a free event and you lied about ticket prices that did not exist in this reality here on earth. Are you sure you would like to proceed without legal counsel sitting next to you to babysit you through this? You're throwing a tantrum. No, don't dish it if you can't take it. So no one ever told you that. No, she said it. She has to go. Her and Grimace Yeasty have a meal to prep. Candace, you're the type of person that will sit around and drink your own urine. I believe that.
At the heart of what they're trying to do. They have been desperately trying to destroy me and trying to destroy my family for about 3 years now since they fired me. And I'm going to go back and tell you the story of the things that they have done. But in this particular circumstance, they don't know what has happened. They have been trying to draw blood for years. And they now have Laura Loomer, who what they're largely trying to insinuate and what Jeremy says there is people should dig. we heard this report and we didn't do anything when we heard this report, but people should dig and follow Laura Loomer.
It's not that digging. It's not that hard, Candice. It's called federal law. It's the Freedom of Information Act. It's a federal law because you want your government to be transparent, remember? So our judicial branch of government is trying to be transparent and be held accountable by ensuring that police body camera footage is available for public inspection. It's so crazy. It's what's baffling to me is why the people in the Nashville and Doraville Police Department, whatever that is, up there in Tennessee, can't seem to be on one accord with the damn law that they're citing, with the correct subsection. One of those morons cited the subsection dealing with public hospitals. We read the damn law. I couldn't believe it. I had to put my glasses on. I was like, I know I'm not seeing public hospitals. So they just cited the wrong damn law or wrong portion of the law. You can't make this up. That record is not sealed. We will get the police body cam and you can kick rocks. Do you want to retain counsel? You have attorneys. You could have sitting next to you right now. Oh, you musty looking big bird. Come
on. To see, I don't know if George was guilty of this crime. He's kind of caging this. I don't know if George did this DUI or if he was charged, but we were approached about this and we made the noble decision not to say anything until Candace attacked Erica Kirk. It's the most despicable, dishonest narrative, first and foremost. Again, what it does to my soul.
Says no one. No one said that. Candace, you have the right to remain silent. You just have the inability to do so.
When people who did not like Charlie Kirk, Jeremy, and Ben Shapiro are now using him as a shield, his family as a shield, so that they can just do what they've been doing for the last 3 years while Charlie Kirk was perfectly alive and actually backing me up when they began this pursuit of my family. He was there for me throughout it. There is just a level.
Candace, no one started a pursuit of your family. No one. We're not interested in pursuing anything with your relatives. We don't even know who half these people are. And so far, the information I've reported on, these people were in a whole nother country on an island somewhere connected with Jeffrey Epstein. Make it make sense. You can't even tell your own story straight about your own relatives. You never told us that you have a tight-knit circle of cousins because you all were born in the same, year. No, your cousin went on a content creator show named Storm Monroe and did an interview and debunked your dumb lie that your mother put you out at 14 and that you had to live with some boyfriend for 6 months at 14 years old as a minor child. Your cousin debunked you and called you a liar, essentially. She said none of that is true. She didn't know where you got that from, and that her aunt, your mother, made sure that you and your two sisters were on the straight and narrow, that you all were taken care of. You have painted this horrible narrative for years. You don't even talk about your family like you're proud of them. Let's not forget, you agreed to accept the engagement of a man from the UK after only knowing him for 18 days. And he proposed to you over a Zoom call. Girl, we don't care about digging into anything. The police body cam is available for public inspection. It's public records, girl.
Of sinister dishonesty that these people have.
Oh, you crazy!
I actually can say that I don't have the vocabulary to express how I feel about their nature and their truly evil nature. So yeah, what they're trying to get at the end of what he's saying there as well is like, hey, Laura Loomer is suggesting, and he's now suggesting that my husband and I, and this is categorically false. I cannot state enough. Paid off someone. She has been saying that he was involved in a DUI hit and run. She is saying that, and they are doubling down and saying that this took place and that George and I, implying that George and I may have paid someone off and then lied to the federal government so that his record was clean as he was an immigrant. So let's interpret this the way that it is and understand why we are now going to fight fire with full fire. What they are saying, what they are hoping, this is a full-blown conspiracy theory, is that the conspiracy theory proves true and that they are successful in breaking up my family, because it would be a crime. Make no mistake. If we paid someone off to
stop, wouldn't you just go with him if he got deported? Candace, laws are laws. George is not above them. So if ICE comes and kicks your door in, which I don't want to happen around 4 small children, but you have to remember what they've been doing to everybody else. Why should you be treated any differently? If they told you you got to get the hell up out of here, either you, your immigrant husband can leave, or we'll send you away packing involuntarily. Your ass got to go. Wouldn't you go with him? Wouldn't you take the kids and all of you all go back to the UK? Don't you have dual citizenship? You know, because you failed to get a visa in Australia. Do you have a visa for the UK? Because laws are laws, right? Don't you believe in following the laws of the land? Why would you two be broken up? That's a dumb thing to say. I'm like, look, you married him. Stand by your man, girl. First of all, what is false about the DUI report? This is why we're getting body cam footage from the police. Because you're saying that the DUI thing is false. What's false about it? Well, we can see with our own eyes. We're getting the body cam so that we can see if it's true. So far, it's funny how Nashville, Tennessee Police Department, they didn't say that there's no record of this DUI incident. That's what they did not put on either of the 2 responses I've seen so far. Has anyone seen a response from the myriad of people doing FOIAs where it came back that there was no record found? Because they would have said that, Candace. The police would have responded, and I know you're listening, you dumbass girl. The police would have said there is no record of the incident. They didn't say that on 2 separate FOIA requests. One was a moron and failed to read the correct subsection of the citation. The other gave an estimation. There are records, Candace. There is police body camera footage. You know, because we want to make sure that we're reporting the correct information. So wouldn't you want us to get the information directly from the police department? Yeah, you do. Of course you do. Because, see, you have the right to remain silent. You're just incapable of doing so, you dumbass girl. Candace, I've been telling you to Blexit your alien ass off of our planet for 7 to 8 months. And now you want to cry about your family being broken up.
Make a brandishing weapon crime of the century go away, and then we lied on our immigration docs. His immigration would be revoked. My family would be split up.
Yeah, bye.
Again, it's a fantasy novel. It's not true, but the fact that they were
not true. What's not true? The DUI occurred. He hit a ditch. He totaled out his truck. The VIN was registered to him. Here in this, what you're not going to do is alter reality for everybody on earth, Candace. You're not doing that shit. No, this is why we're getting the police body cam. Because you're trying to alter reality. What's not true? What exactly was false in what Laura Loomer said about this DUI accident that occurred with George Farmer? George, pack up the kids. You might be going back home to your mom and daddy, boy.
Willing to bet on that and hope that it's true means that we are really getting to, I guess, a level of demented that I guess the world is actually can see, because you have Ben Shapiro.
No, we can't see that. What we see is you being defamatory and being hit with federal lawsuits. What Laura Loomer did was open a door for us to say, well, we'll get the FOIA for the police body cam footage so we can actually see George Farmer, drunk as hell, walking up the side of a highway, answering questions to the police by saying yes and correct. Candice, I'm very curious to know how the hell did he make impact with that ditch where the entire front driver tire came off the wheel? How did that happen? Because that's not even a normal thing you see in most accidents. Like, you're calling it a fender bender. You've already acknowledged the accident occurred. When you posted that post up and called it a fender bender, you admitted to there being an accident. So, what part of it is a lie? Because you still don't understand the legal definition of defamation. It has to be verifiably false. And no, it's not destroying your character. George chose to get drunk and drive. He tore up that truck so bad, a whole tire was missing. Girl. Oh, Candace, you have the right to remain silent.
Right now calling for a bombing in Iran. People are going, what is
Yeah,
wrong
I
with
was
him?
talking about Iran now.
This is how they are. They will eventually pull you into the depths of
Candace,
just their hatred. They have a hatred that you can't hit upon. They fired me and they have not been able to let me go for 3 years. So let me tell you the true story of what Jeremy Boring is referring to. No, Jeremy Boring did not do me and my family any favors. It is the exact opposite. They have been the people driving this campaign against my husband behind the scenes, and we have been aware of that since August of 2024.
Okay, hold on. If you've been aware of this since August of 2024, why didn't you come out and say, before you all found out the hard way, George dumbass got drunk, got behind the wheel of a 2024 pickup truck that was approximately $150,000 in value. He ran into a ditch, and then one of the tires came off, and then we had to pay almost $7,000. Go figure. That $7K seems to come up often with the candy asses, doesn't it? She said in a X post that they had to pay the insurance company almost $7,000. It was like $6,900 and some dollars. So maybe that's where they're getting the $7K from. That's how much Candice had to pay to the insurance company. Candace, you could have just came out and said that. But yet and still, when this information comes out, your go-to is to lie about it and say it is a lie. And then to try to downplay it and call it a fender bender. You've already acknowledged it. What are you trying to roll back? Oh, you stupid Muppet.
When we were contacted by the New York Post, by a reporter who had done a ton of articles in support of Ben Shapiro. We know how this works. We're not new to this. So first and foremost, it has been very obvious to me that Ben has some sort of whether it's diagnosed, I don't know, or a diagnosed mental disorder. Something happened after October 7th. And Ben.
There's no diagnosed mental disorder. You're not a psychiatrist either. Her ass didn't even finish college. And let her tell it, though. She has 2 degrees. Y'all, shout out to Jay Witt. How you doing, big bro? You hear my voice? Mama's been sick. How you doing? Y'all show your love for Jay Witt podcast. Thank you for the $5 super. Ayo. Y'all, thank you all so much for the financial support. Cash App, Zelle, ways to donate, supers, all that good stuff. I keep forgetting to tell you all, but you gotta see it scroll. Thank you so much. Shout out to Jay Witt. Oh, make sure you hit the like button like Georgie boy hit that ditch. And he lost a whole tire, Deacon. He lost the whole tire on the car. And then if you look at the photos, the wheel doesn't look that bad. Now, I'm not a mechanic. Some of you all can tell me, based on that tire rim, how easy it would be to damage that. Yeah, maybe it takes a lot more force to tear that wheel up. If the truck is valued at $150,000, to me, that sounds like the tires were at least custom made. I could be wrong. I'm not a big car person, but the tires seem to be custom made. Y'all let me know. But the fact that he lost a tire off of the wheel speaks volumes. That shows you the impact of that vehicle hitting that damn ditch. Oh, we got any men that know about trucks up in here? Tell me what kind of impact are we looking at? Him to lose a whole tire. I'm curious to know. Candace, we have experts in the chat that can explain how difficult it would be to lose a tire. Shout out to you, Jay. We thank you so much, honey. All right, let's get back to, cracked out Big Bird sitting here whining and crying about something.
And began demonstrating what I would say was exuding characteristics of schizophrenia, like truly paranoid schizophrenia, where he started making accusations against me that were just not true. There was not a shred of truth to this. And Jeremy, because he had spent...
Candace, the DUI is real. It's real. Are you kidding? Girl, if you understand. Candace, the DUI is real. It's real. We're at 5 minutes, 13 seconds. We can't even get past this video because you keep lying like hell. Where's, oh God. Candace, are you serious right now? This girl is trying to downplay this daggone accident. What are we talking about? Candace, where's the pictures? Because you're trying to make it seem like this didn't happen, girl. Is it what you're trying to do? Where is it? Hold on, I'm scrolling, y'all. Hold on. Because we're going to pull this up. Apparently, Candace wants us to believe that somehow you have to be schizophrenic to look at this police report and these photos. Girl, let's just pull this up. Candace, look at this. Y'all, I thought it was the front. Y'all see that? The back wheel? Okay, the tire got caught up inside the y'all see the tire is caught up inside that little plastic area. The wheel looks like it's on the ground. So there's still pieces of this tire here. Well, it looked like the tire came out of the wheel came out the tire. Y'all, this is the whole tire. Y'all see this? This is the whole tire in here. The wheel is sitting on the ground. What kind of shit? Candace, you called this a fender bender and you're saying this isn't real? That tire is gone. She wants us to believe that this was a fender bender and people are lying about this. He tore this truck up. Girl, Candace, this truck is crying out for Jesus to have mercy on it. It's like the truck is just saying, oh, just end me now. This truck suffered before it passed away, y'all. Rest in peace to this truck. Okay. It did not deserve the ending that it received. George, shame on you. How dare you get on our U.S. highways and you drunk and then you drive and tear this truck up and put this truck through all that agony and pain. Do you know how bad this truck was in pain? Waiting on some morphine and for paramedics to come and rescue it. Tire's gone in the front. In the back, the wheel came out of the tire. What the, what the heck? Candace said this is a lie. Candace, this is not a lie. This is why we're getting police body cam. Do you understand? Oh my God. Girl. That truck was like, help me. That truck was begging to just take me home, bro. Why are we doing this? You know, the truck had to have a whole conversation with George and just ask, look, how drunk are you before we cut on and get going? How bad is it? George was like, yes. The truck is trying to talk to him and calm him down, get him to wait. You know, maybe we can sober up a little bit before you hit the gas pedal. And all George could say was correct. All he kept, the police report said all he told the police was yes and correct. So he in the truck having this conversation, and all he's telling the truck is yes and correct. The truck is like, the truck was like, you know what? I'm just trying to do my job, feed my family. I got a mini SUV and a wife, a full sedan at home waiting for me. And you're trying to get behind my wheel and drive me, knowing you are drunker than 2 times the daggone limit. Oh, Lord. Rest in peace to the truck. Y'all, rest in peace to the truck. You can't make this out. Candace, this truck is, oh, that truck tried his best. Look at it. Candace, you know that this truck has diagnostics that can be pulled from it. These new age vehicles with all this advanced technology had circuit boards and memory and electronics in it, where it records all the diagnostics. It's like a data box, like how the black box works in airplanes. Something Candace does not know about, by the way. So vehicles have the same thing. It's like a black box, and it has like 2 or 3 components, I believe, and it records data in real time. This truck could tell an investigator everywhere it went from the moment it was put on the highway, because the data would have been stored on that mainframe. So why he felt like, yeah, this would be a good idea for me to take this truck. Y'all see the front, inflate front to 38 psi. It was the tires. So the front one was gone. The back one is showing 0. The front passenger is showing 40, and the back passenger is showing 42. The truck was at 90 degrees Fahrenheit. 1040 is the time on here that it was last, I guess, shown. It had 12,952 miles on it. Candace, who you lying to, girl? Who are you lying to? You saying this didn't happen? Girl, this whole truck, boy, it did you have a funeral for the truck, Candace? You could have a proper funeral for the truck. Girl, we'll come to the repass. Oh man, we got to do a memorial for the truck, y'all. In memory of a Hot Wheel. And we'll call it Black Hot Wheel. In memory of Black Hot Wheel, it was a loving father, a husband, and a pickup. It did nothing wrong except become the vehicle to George Farmer, where it was nothing short of abuse, I guess. We're having a memorial service for the truck, y'all. Hold on. And who knew the sedan wife had a baby on the way? It was a 2-door. George, you are a horrible person. How dare you take this truck? It's gone too soon. You can't make this up. Candace saying this is not real. Candace, we're going to get the police body cam, girl. And we don't give a damn what you think after that, okay? We'll be able to see everything on that police body camera footage. All you're doing is kind of pushing us towards getting it. Now do you all see why it's hard for me to watch her show now? Candace, it's all your fault. It is so hard to listen to you in your shows. You can't make this up. Oh, my good God in heaven. We had to do a short memorial for the truck because Candace and George do not care. Oh, child, let's get back to it. We were at 5 minutes, 13 seconds. Because Candace, I can't not hear half of the stuff you said already.
Truly paranoid schizophrenia, where he started making accusations against me that were just not true. There was not a shred of truth to this. And Jeremy, because he had spent tens of millions of dollars on Pendragon, and it was a financial disaster. I believe he privately
I'm not in the mood,
began
honey. My
telling
throat hurt.
Ben that these conspiracies that he was coming up with were true. Namely, Ben believed truly, and Jeremy said that he believed it too, that I was devising some secret plot with Nick Fuentes and
Oh my God, we don't care about
Tucker
Nick
Carlson to
Fuentes.
bring down the Daily Wire. I was brought into an office after Ben stood up on a table and called me a faux sophisticate. And I was like, what's going on?
What is she telling us right now? When she got fired? Is that what she's telling us? Candace, we don't care. Why won't you tell the police department to hurry up and release the body cam footage? Since you're claiming that it didn't happen and somehow it's false. We're not going to your alternate reality, heifer. Why are you telling us what happened between you and Daily Wire? It's like obsession number 2 for her.
And they basically wanted me to apologize to Ben for him having insulted me. And then because during that week I had gone on to Tucker Carlson for an appearance that had been planned before Ben got on the table, he somehow in his head thought that it meant that me and Tucker Carlson were plotting against him. I don't know how Nick Fuentes got into the scenario, but they brought me into a room and they questioned me, and I didn't know what to say. I was genuinely 9 months pregnant, and I was so shocked that they even thought this was a plausibility that I was just disturbed by even the insinuation. Obviously, it was not true. I didn't even at that time. Nick Fuentes wasn't even on social media. He was on like Cozy or something like that, and I was not watching his show at all. And I don't.
Yeah, wait, what is that? It's like Parlor, right? I mean, that was a thing too. Candace, you want to tell us about Parlor Inc. and the many LLCs connected to that? Because she loved to get these LLCs, don't she? Girl, what the hell? Candace, we really don't care what happened between you, Ben Shapiro, and Daily Wire. We don't care. You should be more concerned about this federal lawsuit from Brian Harple and the one that is soon to drop from Erica Kirk. Girl, bye.
I've only spoken to Nick Fuentes once in my life pertaining to Kanye West about 2 years earlier, and I told him that I was forthcoming and honest. Anyway, when I was fired, my firing docs consisted of, I think it was about 35 points for firing, and all of it read like one long paranoid schizophrenic rant. The first 5 pages were pictures of Groyper tweets, meaning obviously that they still believed that the conspiracy theory was true and that somehow I was working with Groypers. There was not a shred of proof to this. So among their reasons was Groypers. I think they themselves were the ones that leaked to TMZ that part of the reason was because when I went on Fresh and Fit, they have money that comes in. And I guess when they were talking about Ben Shapiro, there was a register sound, like a cash register sound. I don't know if that's unique to Rumble, if that's a DJ sound. I had never done this show before. In fact, I was given the opportunity to go on the show from the Daily Wire. The PR person said, Fresh and Fit contacted, do you want to do this? I said, sure. And that was a part of the reason I was fired, because of a ka-ching sound effect, which they said was anti-Semitic. These are all, I just want you guys to understand, these are all real reasons that I was fired. I had...
Girl, we don't care. Candace, we would rather see the police body cam of George drunk, slobbering all over the police unit. Did you know he was walking up the highway and he was trying to, flee from the accident scene? Did you know that? He was charged with that, girl. George was charged with fleeing from the accident. He was trying to walk away from it. He left Blackie Hot Wheels out there all alone in the cold. You can't make this up. How dare you ignore the truck and the family the truck had? He was trying to get diesel fuel for everybody in the family. That's all he was trying to do. Just take care of his sedan and Mini Coupes. You can't... Candace, this is pathetic. No one cares about your firing from Daily Wire. We don't give a crap. Come on.
No idea that Fresh and Fit.
Oh, good God.
And the noises went on in the background the whole time. During when they talked about other people, Christians as well. This was part of the reasons Ben had registered that as an intentional hit against Jews. I'm just thinking of recent off the top of my head, crazy when I tell you ramblings. Justin Amash, who was a former congressman, had tweeted that he lost his family in the there were some bombings. The IDF had bombed a church. It was, I think I'm saying it wrong, but St. Porphyrius Church. And I tweeted to him and I said, I'm so sorry that you lost your family. It was one of the reasons listed that I got fired. And the reason that they explained was because
First of all, Candace, you're going to have to convince me that you actually said, I apologize or I'm sorry. You're going to have to convince me that you said those words. I am not convinced. Can you imagine Candace trying to apologize to somebody? I want you all to picture this for a moment. Picture it. Sicily, 1942. It was a warm summer day, and the pollen was a kicking. And Lady Luck's voice was gone. Sounds like she has a cold. It's pollen. It sucks. And Candace comes along and somehow utters the words, I'm sorry. And she spontaneously combusted. Candace. Girl, you're not going to convince me that you told somebody you're sorry about anything. No, you little narcissistic cult leader.
Should have said when I said, I'm sorry that you lost your family, that, but I should have said, but, you know, the IDF, this is really the fault of Hamas.
Oh, God.
I'm giving you, like, there was not one reason that I actually did something, that I actively did something. It was all like that. What I could have done, what I should have done, and what they perceived was the majority of it was a Graper conspiracy. So I can just say right off the bat, Nick Fuentes, major win, 100%, fully in their heads. I had no communication with you. Nonetheless, we agreed to separate, and they sent this thing, and they wanted me to pay them.
It's got a breach of contract. Candace, why are you telling us this? Why are you telling us this? It's mighty funny how the idea of George being deported. He's got you on pins and needles. Why don't you call John Mappin? You know, he'll keep simping for you. Between him and Brandon Tatum, you know, you can just continue to live life like none of this shit is real. You're already sitting here being delusional. How do you go from George's DUI is false to here's the story of how I got fired from the Daily Wire? Because I want you all to think about that and not all the many FOIA requests going to Nashville's police department to get some body cam footage of my husband, the idiot, slamming a $150,000 truck into the earth, tearing it up, and ending the life of Blackie Hot Wheels. You can't make this up. Oh my God, Candace, you already admitted that the DUI occurred. You tried to call it a fender bender. You tried to downplay the accident to a fender bender. You notice she's not talking about that at all, right? Y'all notice that? She said arbitration court twice. We've had to Mirandize this dumb girl. And she's still Candace. Just in case you forgot. You have the right to remain silent. How hard is it for you to do is the question. She's so stupid. Hey, come on, you moron.
Almost laughed. I was about to hit the stage at Turning Point USA, and I almost laughed at the insinuation that they sent me schizophrenic ramblings for what my offenses were. And on top of that, they wanted me to pay them like for violating, I don't know, somebody's thoughts. I don't know, violating Graper. I don't even know what it was. And I basically said to my lawyers, I'm not paying them a dime, and I'm going to publish this entire thing online so you can see what this company actually is. And at that point, we had agreed that.
Oh, Candace, let me tell you something. If you had not paid them and y'all went to arbitration, because she keeps calling it arbitration court, that's not a thing. That does not exist. To the candy ass cult members, I dare you to just Google. Arbitration court is not a real thing. That is not a type of court. Either you're going to court or you go to arbitration. It's either or. She said arbitration court twice, as if she's citing a type of court. Candace, oh God, you dummy. That's not a real court. It's not a real subset of a court system at all. You have bankruptcy court, family court, arbitration court. It's not a type of court. It's just not. So, had you just decided, you know what, I'm just going to ignore the arbitration agreement that we made and not pay them, they would have sued you and taken you to court, and they would have gotten an order for you to pay. The money that you were told to pay, you agreed to pay from arbitration. You do understand that if you fail to uphold the agreement of arbitration, that it is an expectation that you're going to go to court. And you don't like going to court because you don't understand subpoena power. I doubt you can spell the word subpoena. You certainly don't understand the concept of it. And look how hard she's running from the Macron lawsuit. Why is it taking so long for her to actually go to court on her dumb motion to dismiss? She filed it, not the Macrons. The Candy ass is talking about, oh, she looks forward to subpoena power. Does she? She doesn't have that. And why would she file a motion to dismiss again? I mean, seriously, if you just want to get this thing over with, wouldn't you just ask the court to go ahead and just schedule a trial hearing? You know what? Let's just go ahead and get to that phase of this so we can get done with this. No, she's stalling. She doesn't even want to go to a hearing for her own motion filed by her defense. These are the same morons that think Baron Coleman is smart. Yeah, we'll let them find out the hard way. He's an idiot. Candace, there is no opportunity for you to say you're not going to uphold the arbitration agreement unless you were prepared to go to court, to which you had that option. And if you chose to not follow the arbitration agreement, then a judge simply would have ordered you to pay a judgment. You would have lost. Why do you think people go to arbitration? They do that to avoid going to court because Candace does not like going to court. She could have easily told the Daily Wire, you know what? All y'all can kiss my flat ass that I don't have. I don't want to do arbitration. Take me to court. I'm not going in arbitration. Just take me to court. She could have just went to that phase. She could have just said, you know what? Just sue me. I'm not doing any arbitration. I don't want to go to mediation. I don't want to work out any agreements. Just sue me. If she truly wanted to go to court, she could have just told them to take her to court. Candace went to arbitration. And she did that willfully. No one dragged her there. She didn't have to go. She could have just said, so my ass. But the candy ass is because they don't understand how none of these civil procedures in the court of law work, or the concept of arbitration, because she keeps saying arbitration court. So their dumbasses are going to be repeating arbitration court. And that's not a real thing. Then they're going to think, oh, she loves going to court. She's going to win. This girl has not won a lawsuit. What lawsuit did she win? Because the one with the apartment complex, guess what? Her ass didn't even go to the trial hearing. The apartment complex won because of the default judgment, because she didn't even show up. And she hired the wrong type of attorney. Did y'all know that? This girl hired a sports injury lawyer. Oh, God. The lawyers specialize in like sports injury and stuff like that. It's in the court filing. We went over that entire lawsuit here. And for good reasoning. Because one thing that I've learned is her pattern of behavior and her view on courts. Candace does not like court. She has no power there. She can't go to court and act as if she's on her show or doing a live video like this. She can't go to court to stand before those judges and say all this bimbo babble bullshit. She knows that. That's why she doesn't like it. She has no power in court. And she knows if she steps out of character, that judge will hold her ass in contempt. Her own attorneys don't even want her to get deposed or be placed under oath. Because look what she does. Can you imagine her saying all of this under oath? This girl would have committed perjury like 16 times.
That would be best not to do that.
Girl.
They agreed to pay me out, I think, until the end of the year. I don't remember what the exact estimation was, and we would go away and say nothing about each other.
Girl,
and
bye.
we would both just say a statement, and I was very content with that because at that
she's
point
so
I thought
crazy.
that they were completely deranged. I thought Ben had had a mental break, and I didn't want anything to do with the
Yeah,
company. So there was no further step that needed to be done on my part. Obviously, you guys know what happens next. Andrew Clavin posts the Christ is King video within 48 hours after we signed this agreement, and it completely backfires. And they end up losing 10.
She signed the agreement. Who told her to do that? She could have just told them, y'all gonna have to sue me. Candace just admitted that she signed the arbitration agreement. To the candy asses, how does that show that your cult leader wants subpoena power again? Because you don't have that in arbitration. You don't have subpoena power in arbitration. Explain to me, how is it that your cult leader wants subpoena power and wants people to sue me, sue me, sue me? That's what she said in a video where she was throwing a whole tantrum. See, Candace, I know you're listening, you dumb heifer. I call your bluff every time. Because you and I both know you hate court. Them judges will punk your behind out there. And yet, you just admitted to signing an arbitration agreement. So you willfully went to arbitration. You did not go to court. But I thought you wanted subpoena power. So why not go to court, girl? What you scared of, Candace? Because you know arbitration doesn't require you to give up a financial affidavit like that to be released to the public. But court documents are available to the public. Is that what you're scared of, Candace? The public getting a hold of court documents, some of which would be your financials, and we'll be able to inspect them all? Because your dumb cult members, the candy asses, think that subpoena power somehow is bestowed upon you and only works one way. Nope. It's a two-way street. Candace would be ordered to give up discovery if need be. If the court have to compel her in a court order to hand over discovery, they will do so. And if she doesn't, they will sanction her ass and fine her. That's based on court rule and laws. Go figure. Federal rules of civil procedure. Candy asses, you guys got a lot of reading to do if you think that your cult leader is getting subpoena power when she's sitting here avoiding court by agreeing to arbitration. Go figure.
Of thousands of subscribers over this planned attack. And we obviously, on my side, were like, didn't we just sign an agreement that the employees wouldn't talk trash to each other, that I wouldn't say anything about the employees, they wouldn't say anything about me? And
they can give their opinion of you. You were defaming them. There's a difference.
And I came back and said, ha, 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 tricky clause. Andrew Clavin's actually a carve-out. He's not technically an employee. He's contracted and he's protected. So they maneuvered it so that they could still hit me and smear me. But if I responded, I would get sued. Despite this, because of the Christ is King scandal, I still got sued. So they basically were suing to get the money back that we had agreed to separate. And their reasons for their claim, even though they had insulted me publicly, was that
you dragged Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro. You told this man, why is he walking the earth as if he's not fit to live? What are you talking about? You understand the things you said about Ben Shapiro? I mean, the tiny horse thing they took and ran with it was funny. Yeah, F you and a tiny horse you rode in on. Candace. Funny how your most serious insult was the funniest one of all. But what was mind-boggling was you making it seem as if, hey, I just don't see what your purpose here is on earth. Like he's not fit to live. What the hell is wrong with you? Do you know how much dragging you have done against the Daily Wire? I mean, you've been dragging them heavily for the last 6 months since I've been reporting on your dumb ass. What do you mean? They should sue you again. What are you talking about? All that defamation you've been throwing out? You accuse people of being all words and pedophiles and stuff. This is why Laura Loomer snapped back because you accused her of R wording, being an R word. What the hell is wrong with you? And then she pulls up, police records of George's DUI, and you're calling that a fender bender, and then want to turn around and say, well, it didn't happen. You've already admitted that it happened. You're just trying to downplay it, because words are hard for you. You can't make this up.
I had violated the NDA
Oh, God.
by responding to Andrew Klavan's video where he completely defamed me. He referred to me as anti-Semitic, Christ is king, the scandal he couldn't get over. And Jeremy signed some thing saying we lost tens of thousands of subscribers because they insulted me. So I was being sued because of what they did to me, but they were able to construe this as disparagement by going through my likes.
Thank you, Colleen.
Okay. So
this is what she said. She said, how are you not embarrassed to be alive? This is what you said, Candace, you filth. What do you mean, how is he not embarrassed to be alive? Why would he not be proud to be alive? We bless God for being able to live and breathe and have our right frame of mind and limbs and organs are working fine. Amen to that. Every day we wake up is a new opportunity to do something different in life. We bless God for it. How do you say, how is someone not embarrassed to be alive? You're trying to shame them into not feeling that they're worthy of being alive? You're not God. You dumb demon. You can't make this up. This is this nonsense that came out of her mouth. And yet they talk about Christ as king. Ain't no Christ in this. When did Jesus ever walk around telling people randomly, how are you not embarrassed to be alive? What do you mean? That's not the teaching of God at all. No God in that. You want someone to feel shame and guilt for being alive. Candace, you're disgusting. And you're soulless. And the idea of you saying, I'm sorry, is laughable. Girl, you've never uttered those words. This is what she said. How are you not embarrassed to be alive? Thank you, Colleen. Shout out to you. It was despicable. This girl said this in a video. If we can listen, the Candy asses know the episode number. They watch and memorize her shows. She said this. And they have the audacity with their demonic asses to sit here and get mad when we call her evil. Candace, you are evil.
You're in arbitration court. It's a private court, right? You will try to get away with things. I'm learning this now, obviously. When
I hate this, Candace. Oh my God. I don't get it. I don't get it. Candace. This is just a quick Google search. Arbitration is not conducted in court. It's not a court. Arbitration is not a court. For the love of God and all that's holy. Arbitration is not a court. And the candy ass cult members want me to listen to Baron Coleman. Is he telling you that? Candice, is Baran telling you that arbitration is a court? He seems like he would be dumb enough to co-sign off on that. Is he not going to correct her at all on this? And he went to law school? Where's Megan Kelly at? Where the hell is she at? She's not going to correct Candice on this? So the two people that sit here and defend her at all costs, that actually went to law school, will not correct her on arbitration and how this works. This heifer keeps saying arbitration court. That is not a real court. Oh, my dear Lord. Candace. Oh, God. Candace, you're giving us all a headache. Girl, my throat hurt. Arbitration is not conducted in court. It's not a court. It's an alternative dispute resolution process, also known as an ADR, that occurs outside the traditional court system. Candace, arbitration is not a court. It's not. What you do is you have what's similar to mediation. And basically, you have the arbitrator there to get both sides to agree to some sort of settlement. It keeps you from going to court. For F's sake. Yeah, I'm trying not to cuss. Because I don't understand why she can't do a Google search. Why is it so hard for her to just look this up? You can't make this up. And you know why she chooses arbitrations? Because those agreements and the documentation, the evidence that goes along with it is not available to the public. It's private. That's why it's no such thing as an arbitration court. That's not a real thing. And the candy ass is going to be walking around posting up on X.com talking about Candace Owens took the Daily Wire to arbitration court because they're dumb. Oh, good grief. Candace, oh my God. Oh, you're so bad.
When you sign an agreement and you think everybody's normal, you don't predict that someone's going to have a mental break.
Oh my
you don't
God.
predict, you don't really know what an arbitration court is. I mean, I will say that. Like I have never been in an arbitration court. I just thought it was sort of like, hey, we don't want to have a big messy fight. Let's agree that we're going to do this privately. I didn't realize this means that we can continue to stalk you for years and we can just keep bringing you back in here and say that you're violating a disparagement clause. And then it's going to be up to a judge who's going to have the sole power to decide whether that's right or wrong, right? There's no jury. No one's going to see it in the public. That's ridiculous. And they just did this. They came up with a bunch of offenses, including likes. So the majority of this was like, if someone, I couldn't say anything to defend myself during this Crisis King thing, but if I liked someone saying, this is ridiculous, I can't believe the Daily Wire is doing this, how dare they drafted that into the lawsuit. Candace liked this tweet, and you get this old judge doesn't even know what a like is. Nobody looks at people's likes on X. This is when X had likes. And this became grounds for them to sue me for millions of dollars. Okay.
Candace, you violated the arbitration. You dogged them out, and you're still doing it. You were just dogging out Ben Shapiro. Colleen just showed you what you said. How are you not embarrassed to be alive? What the F is that? You understand how low that is, Candice? And you sitting here getting mad because people are pulling public documents about George's DUI? Were you in the truck? If you didn't have anything to do with the accident, why are you trying to cover up what police body camera footage is about to show us in real time? Keep hope alive, girl.
So we went into arbitration court and we're duking this out. And when this is happening, we receive some sort of an understanding. And this, I'm going to get documents from our lawyers. I had to send them a note today that they were simultaneously trying to find and dig in through me and George's life to try to find things that would embarrass us, and or a private investigator of sorts or whatever. And we were like, okay, fine. We live our lives very nobly. We have nothing to hide. Otherwise, this is
no, you don't. No, you don't. George got behind the wheel of a car with his blood alcohol content 2 times over the limit. based on state law. Broke the law and then had a single vehicle crash and fled the scene of the accident. Didn't want to give up any information for the police report. And then kept avoiding answering questions by saying yes or correct, as opposed to just saying, I want an attorney. Boy, both of these thunkheads, George, you and Candace have a serious problem with that Miranda rights thing, huh? Because anything you say can be used against you in a court of law, not arbitration court, because that's not real. You can't make this up. You have the right to an attorney, George. You were read these things. And somehow all he kept saying was yes or correct. So him getting drunk and driving a $150,000 pickup truck somehow takes away his limited vocabulary.
2024. And when we were in France, I think it was in France, that's when we got the call from the New York Post. The New York Post called us and they said, and this is literally a writer who always was writing on behalf of Ben Shapiro in all of these wars, online wars that were happening with court cases raging on. And he says, we have this document and it proves that George was got a DUI charge, blah, blah. This is going through our PR agent. Our PR agent says that didn't happen. George was never charged for a DUI. And this report that you have doesn't exist. It says that he has black hair. The New York Times never runs it. And we never hear from the New York Post.
You called it a fender bender. You acknowledged the accident. You just tried to downplay it. You said it was a fender bender. Candace, you told me everything I needed to know when you said it was a fender bender. You tried to categorize the accident as a fender bender. You ignoring the fact that he was drunk 2 times over the limit in the state of Tennessee does not mean that he wasn't drunk. You're just ignoring that part. You acknowledge the accident by framing it as a fender bender. It's real. It happened. But since you want to lie like hell, we will just get the police body cam. Then we can see it for ourselves in a video. To which the candy asses are going to get as well, because they're going to watch. They know they want to see it. I don't know why they won't get on George's ass about this. Candy asses, don't y'all think that George Farmer is pulling down your coat leader? I mean, seriously.
Pardon me, we never hear from them again. At the same time, this was literally a blessing from God as we're fighting them in court.
Yeah, the devil is a liar.
Cooper pulls her contract. And they call my lawyer. We found out from a Daily Wire because they were so paranoid. Matt Sarlson, their lawyer, believed the shadows on the wall were real. They believed that we were plotting things, that we were working with Brett Cooper. No such thing was true. I actually was not close to Brett Cooper when I worked at the Daily Wire. I had done a couple of things with her, like we did this skit in London. And I think she had come on my show. I had done her show, but we shot at totally different times and we just didn't get to see each other. So we maybe truly hung out like 5 times the whole time I was at the Daily Wire. And so when this happened and we found out from their lawyer, because he was so convinced, Matt Sarlson, that we had something to do with it, that he told us, we were absolutely shocked. I called Brett, got the inside scoop, obviously, on her. I was like, what the heck? You pulled your contract. And her reasons were completely related to Jeremy. It had nothing to do with anything that was happening, obviously, between me and Ben, anything that's happening with Israel. It was generally, everyone knows Jeremy Boring is a creep, and those were her reasons. And then he got extra creepy and tried to basically do what he was doing to me, what him and Ben were doing to me, to Brett Cooper, except she was like a 22-year-old. Same exact methodology. They started looking through her likes. You might remember that there was this random article that was written about her. And it just, I had all the markings. I saw it happening to her about her liking a post. And so this, what is her name? Alyssa Cordova was basically tasked with stalking us. So if you commented on YouTube, they would pull this into a lawsuit. They would call this disparagement. They would bring these things and they would have people write articles about what you liked. That's where the entire narrative of Candace liked a tweet about Jews drinking Christian blood came from. It came from me liking a
What?
tweet of somebody defending me against Rabbi Shmuley against
What
something
is
that I
that,
didn't
this?
do. But they ignored that part. And then he said,
Candice. Girl, you must be drunk right now. Where's Samantha? Samantha, come get your girlfriend. She's rambling. Good Lord have mercy. Candice. You're very boring right now when you're trying to sit here and avoid the idea of George getting that damn DUI. Why do you what listen, Candice? Just say it happened. He crashed a truck. Rest in peace, to Blackie, what we calling it? We calling it Blackie, what we calling it? What was it? Oh Lord. Rest in peace to the truck. Lady Luck Club did a wonderful memorial for him. And be done with it and move on, girl. Why is she rambling this bad? Trying to avoid Candace. He got drunk. Oh, Hot Wheel. Blackie Hot Wheels. Rest in peace to Blackie Hot Wheels. It was a fine truck. It was noble. It had a family. It leaked all its, liquids and fuel and fluids out. At some point, it transitioned. It was hard. That was a hard death for that truck. But whatever. It was terrible. George, you're the worst. Blackie Hot Wheels was only here on Earth for what, a good year. It was a 2020, 2024. Candace, just say he crashed the damn truck and keep living. Why are you doing this? Candace, how do you know what is to tell you, girl? This is ridiculous.
are you drunk on Christian blood or something? And then they ran with that and they made that like
That's
front
so
page
gross.
news. Also, I believe that was one of the reasons that I got
Why is
fired,
YouTube not
because they had
censoring
them
her
run
on
the
that?
article and then say that I caused them embarrassment or something like that. It was totally insane over a like. Anyway, to fast forward through this, they I
None
guess
of this
couldn't
needs to
fight
be
a
said.
two-front war, and Jeremy was then super focused on destroying Brett Cooper and
What?
his master plot to get her best friend to take over. The best friend obviously is not very talented and had agreed that she was gonna, like, that was who Brett Cooper was confiding in. I'm sorry, Brett, for putting your business on the streets, about why she wanted to leave.
No, you're not. No, you're not. It's funny how you can say I'm sorry, but then you continue to do it. Wait a minute. Lord Jesus, come down. How do you say I'm sorry for putting your business out on the streets and then proceed to keep putting her business out on the street? I hope she hits you with a cease and desist.
That was her actual friend at the Daily Wire, and this girl had,
God,
been essentially a shoulder for Brett Cooper to cry on, and was like, "Yeah, you can do it. I'm going to leave with you. This is my understanding." And then Jeremy decided to go to her and offer her more money than he had ever paid Brett Cooper, to take her spot. Because he wanted her to suffer. That's the reality of what happened. She just wanted to quit her job. He wanted her to
no,
suffer.
that's your opinion. That's not the reality of it. We weren't there in the room. Candace, Cadence, Karen, Condence, Condoleezza. Oh, girl, you give me a headache. I've never seen her ramble like this. It's like unnecessary rambling. Like, we've heard her talk about some dumb things, but we get irate because she makes it all up. This situation, she's trying to deflect from it, and it is just apt. Candice, you are bad at this. You're bad at this. I'd rather hear the adventures of Blackie Hot Wheels as opposed to anything you're talking about with you being fired from the Daily Wire, what, 3-4 years ago? When did that happen? Candice, why are you going back in time by 4 or 5 good years? Why do you want us to care about that? That's not the only job you got terminated from. Can you tell us why George was booted out of TPUK? Can you explain that? Have you and George officially transitioned to Scientologists now? Because John Mappin has been putting in all that hard work to get you into that dumb cult. Yeah. John Mappin been trying his damnedest. He's like, look, been trying to recruit you for years. You know, Xenu is waiting for you. Candace, this is how boring you are. I have to sit here and joke about Scientology, a dumb cult.
And then after that happened, and the public, just by kind of picking up on vibes, correctly figured out what was going on. And we're like, wait a second,
girl.
are they trying to like do this weird thing with her best friend?
Candace
They
Sparrow.
obviously sued Brett Cooper. One of the reasons, just so you understand, when I say that arbitration court allows people to abuse
I
people,
don't know,
and
Candace.
again, I am going to pre-apologize to Brett Cooper
They
for putting
think
this
so.
on the streets, but I think it's really important for people to understand what the Daily Wire is, because they are truly sadistic, they are truly psychopathic, and they will
What
never
makes them
stop. There is
sadistic?
nothing that will stop them, and they want destruction.
You calling them sadistic? Defamation. Candace, they're gonna sue your ass. I hope you know that. Ben Shapiro is not playing. He is actually waiting on you to try to go at him with 50% of that energy. You know, all that defamation you've been doing towards Erica Kirk. Ben Shapiro was like, I want the smoke. Come bring it my way, Heifer. He is waiting for you to try to go there with him. And he's not scared to sue your ass either, clearly. Girl, and for millions. Candice, and at the streak you're having, he's gonna win. It's just piling up on you at this point. You're calling them sadistic, and for what? Because they didn't like you saying that Jewish people are drinking blood about somebody. It's all that demonic nonsense. You also say you talk with dead people. You dumb demon.
Like what Ben is calling for. They don't care if everybody dies. Like they truly, I think Ben was probably warned on Easter morning when Trump tweeted that an entire civilization would die tonight. Like that's the kind of stuff that's how they behave. So they pretend that they're these gentlemen. And obviously I'm not referring to the other talent there, but I am referring specifically to Jeremy and Ben Shapiro. There is a very dark side to them that disturbs me. And when it came to Brett and the stalking of her and the exact same mechanisms, they sued her because on her last day of work, she wore a blue shirt.
Who cares?
And her last day of work, she wore a blue shirt. That is one of the reasons that they wanted to sue this girl into what would have been bankruptcy. Because
wait, are we going to go into another theory like the maroon shirt crap? Because, you know, we're still waiting on George to pull his maroon shirt out. You know, him and Tyler James Robinson probably wear the same size. How tall is Tyler Robinson? George's supposed to be 6 feet, 6'2". He's got to be somewhere near that height. Candice, are you gonna tell us how much money you paid Tyler Robinson? We're gonna have to keep assuming.
She didn't have any money, but Brett was not getting paid the money that I was getting paid for Daily Wire, right? They had got her when she was really young. I think she was making initially something like $75K, whatever, like an employee they were trying to show him, and it really worked out. And so they were suing her for wearing a blue shirt. And I guess what happened was,
Candace, did you give her some money to help her pay her bills? Because your ass is sitting on what? How many millions of dollars? Like 244 million? You have multiple properties. You can drop 8 or 9 million on one house. Are you going to give her some money to help her pay her bills? I mean, where is this going? If you're not helping her, then why are you telling us this? Why don't you write her a check? Help her with mortgage for 6 months. And then send me my $7,000. Your dumb candy ass cult members keep telling me I was going to get, and I have yet to receive that money. Where is my 7,000 damn dollars? The candy asses love to tell me that, but yet they won't give me the money. When am I getting the money? How is this coming? Is it going to be like a money order or Cash App or Zelle? Can y'all just send it to my Zelle? Candice, I'm going to send your ass an invoice just for pain and suffering and mental anguish. I have to report on you because you keep attacking a widow. But yet and still, your cult members keep getting my hopes up, giving me false promises of $7,000. And yet Neither of them mofos wants to hit my cash app. You can't make this up.
That unbeknownst to Brett, before her last episode, somebody had commented, because they stalk your comments, and said, if you have an NDA, wear a blue shirt. And on her last day, she happens to wear a blue shirt. It's also the color that most people wear 3 times a week. And so they sued her for it, because then the internet, I guess, created, I don't know if it was Reddit or whoever it was, said, oh my God, she wore a blue shirt. She has an NDA. She can't talk. And so that became the grounds to
Candace, you're creating a whole conspiracy theory out of this. Are you serious? I thought she was just like, let me see how far I can get before Lady Luck Club just go in. Candace, you're still bad at this. You're not even being creative, girl. You gotta listen. You can't even set the mood right. You lying like hell. And I don't expect more from you. Like, I really don't. Candace is going to lie. Just like she called that whole DUI a fender bender, knowing we can get police body cam. I think she's kind of resolved in her mind that we're all going to see that. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's called Freedom of Information Act. So, Candace, you could like say, okay, picture it. Zunu planet, 2149 AD. And then give us a whole storyline with that. Like, tell us how you got here on Earth from your home planet. You've already said you're an alien. We said, okay, we'll go with that. Now that we're going with you telling on yourself for being an alien, why don't you tell us about your origin? Did you come on a spaceship from an alternate universe of some sort? Are we looking at like the MCU timeline here or what? I mean, how bad is this? On your universe, does the X-Men exist or what?
For Jeremy to try to bankrupt Brett. And I wouldn't have that. Once I knew what was going on, I was willing to have them, smear me as an anti-Semite. I was willing, which they did obviously tenfold, to chase me from here to Australia, getting their Zionist network to attack me and to ruin my life and to go after my YouTube channel. I mean, I dealt with all of it, but I really had to draw a line at Brett Cooper. She's not involved in speaking about those kinds of politics. This is a girl that genuinely wanted to just get married and leave her job. And so I decided to, be a big sister and defend her on my show and say that Brett was not an anti-Semite. And when Jeremy did a video speaking about her, I used my platform to defend her, knowingly one time that it would violate my contract and that, of course, they would sue me again, and sue me again they did. This time they sued me for a ton of things, and again, making psychic arguments in court on the list. And it was a birthday present from Jeremy to himself. He double sued me and Brett, actually. And
double sued.
Listed were all sorts of psychic arguments. Every YouTube.
Candace, how does a double suit work? I have to Google that. Yeah, you get double sued. That better be a thing. You hear me, heifer? Oh, you get double sued. How to get double sued? Yeah, Candace, are we talking about double jeopardy here? What the hell are we referring to here? You make it seem like it's like 2 or 3 happening at one time. So you're being double sued. Go on.
That have made videos about Brett Cooper were put into this lawsuit. Their conspiracy this time was I wasn't working with groupers, but I was working with YouTubers. I will name one YouTuber who I absolutely was not working with, who was making organic videos about what was going on with Brett, who I had to contact because he was going to have to get drafted into court. The Quartering was one such person. I can't remember the name of the other people, but it was basically Graper.
The Lady Luck Club. She told me I was bad at this. Jay Whip Podcast keeps wearing that maroon hoodie. And we all know, the unbeknownst YouTuber Gary with Paramount Tactical interviewing Mitch Snow. Why did he take that serious? He could have just came out and said, I wasn't expecting you all to take Mitch Snow serious at all. He was like the Egyptian plains, just a figment of my imagination. Unfortunately, he came in human form. Oh, fat meat is greasy. Y'all know that?
2.0, but this time featuring YouTubers that I had never spoken to, who I had to introduce myself to because I needed them to come to court because they wanted $300,000 for every infraction. And every infraction meant if I liked a video that a YouTuber made, if I commented and said, this is great, and they found the video that they made to be disparaging
This
toward
is
the Daily
priceless.
Wire, they wanted the court to find reason to bankrupt me. And to be clear, it's actually against the law to do that, to use NDA, non-disparagement clauses, to effectively force people out of the market.
Candace, I do not want to hear you say anything about what is against the law. Call the mayor's office, Nashville police, in Nashville, whatever, and tell them to stop lying about statute codes, okay? They cannot circumvent a FOIA request. They just can't do it. That is a federal law violation. Do you understand? We will get that police body cam. By God, we will. Tell those clowns to stop creating dumb excuses to not fulfill a FOIA request. We're not in the mood. I am dealing with a lot of pollen. Candace. Oh, girl, you've been so verbose and wordy. We got to make it funny. Yeah, this is a sign of an alien having a panic attack. Okay. Candace, are you going to tell us about your home planet, or should we just assume that, your hands are deliberate like this?
But in arbitration court, you're actually allowed to break the law.
Arbitration is not court. Oh, yeah, there's no such thing as arbitration court. What a candy ass is at? If you all start going around talking about arbitration court, don't get mad when I call you stupid. I'm just going to say you're stupid and keep living. You understand? If you refuse to Google and read, is arbitration court a real thing? We have the right in the Lady Luck Club to call all the candy ass cult members stupid and retarded. You can't make this up.
All they have to say is that they believe that these two people understood the contract when they signed it, and even if it goes against Tennessee law, they can break the law. So
no,
even
you can't.
they can.
No, you cannot. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, see. What was I thinking pulling this video? What was I thinking? Y'all better be glad I love y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Hit that like button. Mama was sick yesterday. We're at it today. All I can do is laugh, and just my throat is going to be so sore by the time I'm done, Candace. And it's all your fault. I should sue you for my sore throat. Oh, Lord. Candace. Arbitration court is not a real place here on this earth, in this reality. Now, as far as your home planet, I don't know, maybe. Candace, will you get deported? Will you get deported? Are you going to give me my $7,000 then, or what?
Arbitration court, there's nothing you can do about it. So that began round two of being sued by the Daily Wire. And a part of that also, and again, I'm giving you, like, there was always a very long list of likes and things that I did that I didn't know. They were just stalking me across every platform. But probably the wildest one was the psychic argument and these were psychic arguments, obviously. Like, a psychic argument would be Brett knew she was wearing a blue shirt. A psychic argument would be that I had somehow put into the mind of Phil Turney, who I had on my show for the USS Liberty. I got sued for that. He shared a story, and at some point during his story, he addressed the camera and he said to both Charlie Kirk and to Ben Shapiro that it was not a conspiracy theory and that the USS Liberty actually happened.
Jesus.
Okay, who cares, right? Well, they wanted for me to pay $100.
Oh, that's such a good question you asked. We've been asking that the entire time you've been talking. We're only 21 minutes into this thing. Candace. It's like torture. Okay. Why can't you just show us the body cam footage? At least do us that one favor before ICE comes and gets you and George. It'll be your choice to go with him. But if he gets deported, his ass is gone. Do you understand? We expect him to leave quietly, peacefully, and to not tear our country up on the way out. You already got a damn DUI. What more do you want?
thousands of dollars for him saying that statement because it was disparaging to Ben. And we played Ben in his own words just to like cover that, so that in case Phil was wrong and Ben didn't say that, we included a clip of what Ben actually did say. Didn't matter. They found that that they think that I induced Phil Turney to feel that way about Ben, and they wanted me to pay for allowing this man who has survived so much. He's like 76 years old. I was going to have to ask him to come into court to defend me against being bankrupted from a Daily Wire. Again, this is all happening when I'm trying to start my company and trying to go solo. And simultaneously, they're still running this game of trying to get the press to go after me, to go after my family. So when I say it has been a nonstop onslaught against my life, this is what I mean. And I do think it's time for us to share.
Candace, you told Ben Shapiro, how are you not embarrassed about being alive? That is, you talking about a threat of somebody's life. You literally admitted to stalking Erica Kirk. You know, it's kind of refreshing to hear her have 22 minutes and 48 seconds of dialogue without saying Erica Kirk, unless I missed it. So far, I have not heard her say Erica Kirk. So it is a little refreshing. I mean, if you're going to sit here and lie like this and create a whole new conspiracy theory about blue shirts and shit, Candace, you could just make it more entertaining and just throw in, little tales about your home planet. Did you and Xenu, the boy girl goddess warrior princess, come in on the same ship or what? I mean, how far into Scientology have you dipped so far?
The documents, so people can actually read the documents of what my family has lived through, because I feel like I should be doing a series like Surviving the Daily Wire. People don't just...
No. They're definitely going to sue you. And Ben Shapiro will not care 2 seconds about taking your behind the court. You understand it? After you said he should be embarrassed, how is he not embarrassed about being alive? Him calling you retarded, it will be the comedy that it is, and no one will hold that against him. You understand? Because I'm sure that's all you're going to go in there and say. Your Honor, he called me retarded. You told him to F off because he came in on a tiny horse. I mean, what do you want? I feel like it's a fair trade. Then you turned around and said, how are you not embarrassed to be alive? What you mean? Are you trying to guilt and shame someone for being alive? What are we doing? Then they're going to ask you your intent and motive of saying that statement, because it sounds like you're encouraging somebody to do something unthinkable. And then, to the reasonable listener and reader and viewer, it sounds to us that you're saying that Ben Shapiro should not be alive. Hit the 4 if that's what you heard out of that statement when she said that to Ben Shapiro. Because we're the reasonable listener and viewer and reader. So when we all watched your dumbass video, Candace, and heard you say, how are you not embarrassed to be alive? What we heard you say and imply and infer is that Ben Shapiro should not be alive. That is far worse than him calling you retarded.
Don't understand what it's been like, and we have never played dirty back with them. We have never. Everything they ever put together was a conspiracy theory in their own head.
You just
we don't play that way. We have genuinely, and I partially think that's the reason why we've been protected by them, and why conclusions like even the Brett thing happening, which they thought was a big conspiracy and it wasn't. I also got questioned in court about Patrick Bet David. I mean, any conspiracy you can think of, I have been subjected to, because no one wanted to acknowledge that Ben was wrong when he got up on the table and called me faux sophisticate. So the conspiracy...
Faux sophisticate, Candace, what the hell is that? We don't care. It sounds like some alien term. We don't speak your language. Faux sophisticate. You're insulted by that? Girl, you're retarded. What do you want? You can't make this up. You heard about faux sophisticate? You talking about somebody that should be embarrassed to be alive? What do you mean? See, you understand how you don't. No, she doesn't. She doesn't know how things work in the court of law. Girl, you're gonna find out the hard way. You've got the Macron lawsuit court hearing coming up June 22nd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wear a blue suit in memory of what's her name? Yeah, the one that had the blue shirt on. Since you want to come up with this dumb conspiracy theory, put on a navy blue suit in memory of her. You know, to honor her for what you call being terminated without a cause or something. Although you didn't help her financially at all. Is she not your friend? Why don't you give her some money so she can pay her bills? Give her, opportunity to kind of stay above water. You talking about her low salary of $75,000 wasn't in it. Okay. Give her some money. Try being philanthropic once in your life. Why didn't you start a Save Go Me Fund Me Now for her? You got one for Mitch Snow, but you couldn't start one for her? And you want us to feel bad about her being fired or whatever happened with the job? Brett Cooper, thank you, honey. Brett Cooper lost her employment. You want us to feel bad about it, but you do nothing to help her, Candace. Do you understand how stupid this is? You're still bad at this, girl. You are still bad at this, heifer. Why don't you start a Save Go Now or GoFundMe, whatever, for Brett Cooper? There you go, Candace. If you see a need, fill it. You've got millions of dollars. You can't give her $1 million? How about 500,000? You helped Mitch Snow raise 149,000 off the backs of your dumb cult members, because it's their mortgage money they gave up. But Brett Cooper loses her job. You're trying to guilt trip all of humanity, and you did nothing to help her. Why don't you give her some money then? Buy her a house. Use some of that land you have with Hidden Valley Farm Ranch or whatever whatever that sponsor is. Cow goes moo. And help her out. You want people to feel bad about what's going on, but you do nothing to help her. Go figure. Be a blessing to her financially. Get that girl some money. Tell your cult members to give me the $7,000. Send me some supers. What's wrong with them? They want me to get this money so bad, but they don't want to give me the money.
Theories are getting wilder and wilder and wilder, but them trying to dress up like they morally have to do the right thing, and they want people to focus on finding out, which again I will say is categorically false. The idea that my husband and I would play politics to that degree, that we have that power. We don't know anybody here in Tennessee, Nashville, outside of the Catholic Church. That is our entire network. So just want to state that. But this week has been a doozy. We knew it was Daily Wire because when Laura was pulling up certain documents, there were trusts that we had asked the Daily Wire to pay, like payments that only the Daily Wire would know existed. LLCs that we had asked the Daily Wire to pay that only the Daily Wire would have known existed. She was not finding this stuff on her own. And of course, she winked and kind of hinted at the timing.
Candace. Girl. We don't care. She found it. That's the most important thing. Do you understand that property information is public information? Candace, the property, the Battery Lane Trust, based on the parcel ID or the property ID number, that is public information. I pulled those documents myself, and I verified her research by pulling the documents in real time and showed all of the luxters here in the LLC those property tax details information, the invoices, the receipts, the proof of payment. All of that is public information. Here on earth, in this reality, in the United States of America, because you want a transparent government, right? Your property information is public information. That includes how much you're spending on property taxes. We were able to see the documents of the deed be transferred to that Battery Lane Trust by your attorney that handles that. What's the guy's name? Candace, that was public information. She didn't violate anything to get that. It was a Google search. What you mean? It's so crazy. Because Candace, girl, you act as if no one knows where you live and they just couldn't put in your address in the system and see what the hell you paying on property taxes. I've known her address. I don't just sit here and go looking for her like that either. Candace, all I did was pull up your address and it came up. It was that simple. Laura Loomer was nice about it and redacted your address from public records. Because she knows the candy asses don't read at all. They don't read nothing. More than likely, they don't want to know the truth. So they're not going to Google it. They're not going to look any of that up. They're not going to, spell the word battery correct. I mean, who knows? God. Candace, this is public information. Just like George's DUI and the police body cam footage that we're going to get. You want to say that did not occur when we'll be able to look at police body camera footage to see it? And then here's the thing. All those incident reports and the court, the charging sheet, all of that is public information. So if the Candy Ass cult members don't believe that the incident report is real, they can just go and FOIA for the documents from the police department or go to the mayor's office. They can get the FOIA done. It's that simple. Candace, stop interfering with that. You putting in calls, having your publicist call the mayor's office and call around to see if they can make it hard for people to get the body cam footage doesn't stop it from happening under federal law. Keep on, and their asses can also be sanctioned and fined and sued for not fulfilling a FOIA request. Do you understand? You're subjecting your mayor's office to being sued, a federal lawsuit for violating federal laws. Stop playing around with it.
That they were
I know
all
she's doing
coordinating this attack with Brian Harpole lawsuit, Matt Sarlson being the lawyer. He's retweeting her about my husband. And so it was very obvious to us, because we have lived this with the Daily Wire, because it has been just what our life has been for the last 3 years, that this was orchestrated by them. And this was kind of like Benny's last stand, with a nice ad from Jeremy, who is, it is difficult for you. Like I said, you could ask anybody that's worked with the Daily Wire, at the Daily Wire, outside of Michael Knowles, who gets along with anybody, what Jeremy is. He's just a malignant narcissist. He will always build himself a stage and will always pretend that he is moral and principled. I mean, he has tortured people for things that his niece did at the Daily Wire, people who work on my team today. The stories about Jeremy Boring, if you wanted to do a series, would be unceasing. But I do want to acknowledge something else, because he pretends a moral principle. And Farmer was found guilty of a DUI. We don't know if he gave money, and we stayed out. But you just, she's attacking a widow, as if they weren't trying to get the story out themselves behind the scenes. Like I said, long before the Daily Wire ever got involved.
Candace.
But there is stories that have happened.
Candace, you're not a widow. He's attacking a widow. No, you're attacking a widow. You are not the widow. Are you serious? Where's George at with his clown ass? George, can you sober up for 5 minutes and come get your dumb spouse? You can't make this up. Did you just say he was attacking a widow? Candace, you're not the widow. Oh my God. Oh, we're all waiting for Erica Kirk to drop that federal lawsuit on your head, girl.
Oh, if he gave money, and we stayed out, but you just, she's attacking a widow, as if they weren't trying to get the story out themselves behind the scenes. Like I said, long before.
You were attacking a widow. You were attacking a widow. I mean, you want to sit here and talk about Christ is King, but you can't read a Bible scripture. Go figure. Y'all know if she held the Bible in her hand, she would definitely spontaneously combust. I melted.
Before the Daily Wire ever got involved. But there is stories that have happened to the Daily Wire that they certainly did know
Candace,
that were pertaining to their own employees that happened just last year, and that they were keen to knock it out to the public, and which I think people would care a lot more about that, than a DUI charge, because it involves pedophilia, and it's one of the most disgusting, demonic stories that I've ever heard, and it pertains to their longtime employee named Zach Lewis. So Zach Lewis, and you should know, but he was employed and working with Bent Key Kids. That's kind of a crucial element. And they have tried to sort of disappear the story as they try and attempt to moralize.
Disappear this story. Candace, all your grammar syntax is painful. It's painful. You keep saying arbitration court. They tried to disappear this story. Candace, do you mean to say they tried to make it disappear? How are you mixing these words around? Girl. Candace, you're going to have to hurry up or I have a nosebleed. I can't make this up. It's mind-numbing. The amount of time she has said arbitration court alone has been just absolutely annoying. Now you're mixing around words. It's like, are you dyslexic, Candace? Are you going to tell us when you got those so-called 2 degrees? Because you claim one of them is in English. There's no way in the hell you've conquered the English language here on this earth in this reality to get a degree in English. Nope. The devil is a liar, and so are you.
Of course, to be frank, had they not began these demonic attacks against my family over the last 2 weeks because their company is failing, I probably would have...
Candace, that's not an attack. No, ma'am. Stop it, you dumb demon. No one is attacking George. He actually was involved in a single vehicle crash, a DUI, where his blood alcohol content was 2 times over the limit. And we're getting the police body cam footage. You should be like on pins and needles if you're worried about that one accident. He was in the Bullingdon Club. Do you know that there have been other DUIs with him? That ain't the first time he got drunk. What are we talking about, Candace? You created a whole conspiracy with Brett Cooper wearing a blue shirt. Oh, good grief.
Followed the philosophy that, it's not really a business, and we stay away from the Daily Wire's business because they just attack us, doing shows about us in the no, constantly doing that. We never hit back. We don't want to waste our time and our energy on this.
That's a lot.
But regarding Zach Lewis, because I really think it just shows you how these people attempt to moralize and attack other people's families when these are the things that they are surrounded by and hoping the public never finds out. Zach Lewis, like I said, is a longtime employee of theirs who works on the camera. And the report, which actually... kudos to you, Twitter. Twitter actually approached the Nashville Police Department in January of 2025. So this is, Jeremy, when you were the CEO. So maybe, actually, I think if journalists want to dig into something, this might be the one that's more interesting given our...
No. George's DUI is far more interesting. Trust me. Now we want to know when his ass getting deported, girl. Candace, we don't care about that. Coming from an independent journalist that you're listening to, we don't give a damn. We want to see George's DUI on the police body cam. I want to know if he was stumbling over. And why would he answer every question the police asks with yes or correct? And then somehow give away Savannah's phone number. How did that happen? Is that Savannah Samantha? Are these 2 different women we're talking about?
Fascination with the manner in which it seems that people who support Israel will also protect the Epstein class of pedophiles. I just feel like this might be a better and a stronger hook rather than going on a wild goose chase, which is going to be a wild goose chase, just so you know, because we absolutely did not pay anybody off and we absolutely did not lie.
You did lie. You said it was a fender bender. He totaled that damn truck, girl. Rest in peace to Blackie Hot Wheels. Girl, it's not a goose chase. It's public information. We're getting the body cam footage. Oh, the candy asses should be so proud. They always tell us to do our research and to get the facts. We are. It's coming straight from the police department. They'll be watching the video along with us. They just don't want to tell you that.
On any of George's documents. You can state that, cut that, put it everywhere, go on a wild goose chase. I don't really care. It's known for the Daily Wire to do this sort of things.
No, this isn't the Daily Wire. We're all doing this as members of the public and the free press. Ain't God good? See, here's what happens under the First Amendment. In this country, here on earth, we have the right to disseminate information that is of the interest of the public. And the public wants to know, what the hell was George doing in that police body cam after he crashed out Blackie Hot Wheels and then decided to just walk away like nothing happened? Candace, he was charged with 3 misdemeanors, okay? You better be glad they weren't felonies. I don't know why his driver's license was not revoked. He totaled out a truck that was $150,000 of value. We just saw the photos. A tire was missing from the front driver. Kara, you want us to pivot from that? Hell no. Oh, Candace, keep trying, you heifer. Keep trying.
But on January 23rd, 2025, Metro Nashville Police Department, we had received a tip from Twitter, X, formerly Twitter, stating that they had accessed an account to Party Harbor, which is Zach Lewis, and I will say allegedly, but he's been arrested. He's been sitting in prison because he had sent a file containing child sexual abuse material. A search warrant for the contents of Party Harbor's account showed that child sex abuse of a minor file was a video depicting a prepubescent female child performing on a adult male's penis. Prepubescent child.
Candace, stop. You've defended Andrew Tate in several videos when you worked for the Daily Wire. Go figure. And you tried to defend Andrew Tate, who was criminally charged. You tried to defend 5 other pedos that were actually charged and arrested. One of them found guilty and is in prison. You doxed the victim of that case. You doxed this young lady. And somehow, public records for George Farmer, you want us to believe is off limits? The hell you will. You and the devil are both a liar. I think we've all established that and agreed to that. And you're not going to get us to pivot from that. No, ma'am. You're just going to have to get over it. keep throwing the tantrum, girl.
While he, and I'm going to use the word finishes on this, I will drop the report. The child sex abuse file was sent to a user who identified herself to the defendant. So he has this file of a child doing this and then sent it to a 16-year-old female who identified herself as a 16-year-old female. After learning the age of the defendant, that's Zach Lewis, also requested and received a nude video of her, the 16-year-old. And then the police officer writes, I have positively identified this minor female victim. The search warrant further revealed multiple other chat logs in which the user of Party Harbor requested and received nude images of users who identified themselves as minor females. I have positively identified one other 15-year-old minor female from whom Party Harbor requested and received a nude video on November 18, 2024 local time after she had identified herself as a minor. The defendant was identified through a subpoena to PayPal for account information associated with a transaction where Party Harbor purchased nude images of a user who claimed to be a minor. PayPal responded that the user
Candace, I'm gonna tell you right now, I gotta forward through some of that. Because see here, YouTube is stupid. They won't do anything to her videos, but our videos, they love to sit here and say, oh, it's age restricted. Get out of here. I'm not playing all that. Y'all want to hear that part? You got to watch this video. I can't play this. I can't, because YouTube picks and chooses who they want to sit here and hit with these dang on copyright community strikes and all this crap. Candace, we could be reading anything else. We're gonna go back to George's DUI in a minute.
Because I live my life honestly. I never colluded against Daily Wire. I never leaked to anybody. And I always say people.
You keep saying leaked. No one leaked anything about George's DUI. That is public information. It's not sealed. What are you talking about? Why do you keep using the word leaked? You don't use that term unless you feel someone leaked something. You're not even saying it doesn't exist. You're saying it was leaked out. The girl, bye. That wouldn't that be the epitome of you paying somebody off to keep this on the hush hush? Why would you expect the Daily Wire to keep that under wraps? They don't owe you that. That's not defamatory towards you or George Tonkead. He totaled a truck because he got drunk and decided to drive. Why didn't you have a driver pick him up? Why didn't he have somebody drive him back home? Why would he get behind the wheel of a car after being sloppy drunk, crash it, and then try to walk away like nothing happened? Now, girl, we want to see that body cam. We ain't done this.
That begin on a pursuit with Jeremy and Ben Shapiro will find themselves chasing shadows on the wall. Of course, we would never be so foolish. We take our family very seriously as to lie on our citizenship. But I do think that this might be a case that...
George, let me tell you something. Do not fight ICE. If they come there to deport your ass, get out. Candace, if you lied to a government agency to get him a visa process is secured, it's going to be a big problem for you and George. Do you understand? You might have to go with him. And I hope you do. I mean, isn't he your husband? George, you can take your boyfriend with you. We won't say anything.
People want to follow. I do think if you are an honest journalist and a sincere journalist, getting to the bottom of how long this employee worked for the Daily Wire, especially since he worked for the Benke Kids Department under Jeremy Boring's watch.
Why are you telling us? What are you supposed to be, Candace? You called yourself something along the lines of, reporter. You're not an investigative journalist. The devil is a liar. I will not call you that. When you cannot prove that you earned 2 degrees that you claim you earned in 2 different videos that I clocked your ass on. When you can't prove that, I'm not giving you the distinction of being called an investigative journalist. We're going to laugh at that just as much as Brian Harple's attorneys are laughing at it. Like, what she say she is? Oh, that's funny. This is a clown. Candace, we're not looking anything up. We're waiting for that FOIA request to be fulfilled.
Might be of some interest. So we'll be dropping that information. And tomorrow we will also be providing more information about the reasons that I was fired. I think publishing the documents of what they put me through in court, so people understand that this is a
You didn't go to court. You did not go to court. God. Oh, this is nice. Oh, Candace, you precious, precious alien. Oh man, Candace. Maybe she doesn't speak our language. She's not understanding what we're saying, Candace. I don't know what language you want me to say this in. We got to figure out what's the language of Zulu. You know, the Scientologist alien. Somebody call John Mappin and ask him what language does Zulu speak. John Mappin, hello. Yeah, Candace is having a crisis on X. Can you tell us what language Zulu speaks? Maybe she understands that. You know, she can't claim to be an alien, right? Candace, I'm going to run a fever because of you.
That has a mental disorder operating as a company. This is like paranoid schizoid delusions, and they...
Girl. You think you would just Google it in real time? You're reading something on a computer screen. Is it your bank transaction statements? Because you had to pay your attorneys today. Is that what it is, Candace? You looking at the invoice of your attorneys? The billable hours is adding up, ain't it?
They are able to, because of the power of the network of media people that Ben has, able to stalk and harass. It's now been 3 years. They cannot list any offense that I've done to them.
Okay, nice.
Jeremy's excuse tonight is that I told the truth about Pendragon, the reality is that Pendragon is what turned the company upside
Candace.
down. Everybody knows that. He spent way too much money on it. He's hoping that he can pretend like he was the genius that kept Daily Wire afloat. That just simply is not the truth. It was thanks to documentaries that were being done by the talent after the money came in. He then wanted all of the money to focus on his projects and made it about him because Jeremy is always looking for a stage. That's what he's doing right now. It is the reason why he's starting a podcast, and every episode is just talking about me and Tucker Carlson. The beginning of their delusions began with me and Tucker Carlson and some remarkable plot they thought was happening, which never was. And we could have been in court for 10 years. They would never
we want to know about George's DUI
because it matters to me not to go to bed with that sort of ick on me. So good. I'm glad.
Oh, Grimace, she's talking to you, buddy. Candace, is this the ick you're referring to? Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold on. How dare you denounce how dare you denounce Grimace? Candace, is this the ick you're talking about? Is this it? He was like, he's been your best friend for years. What do you mean? Now you don't know him. Oh, Grimace, I'm sorry. She's calling you the ick. He said, how dare you? We've had many a good nights together. You remember those 7 months you lived in that apartment and failed to pay your damn rent? I was there. Oh, we were living up in there with all that black mold fungus stuff growing on the walls. Grimace has been there from the very beginning. You calling him the ick. Oh, you dumb alien. How dare you denounce Grimace, Yeasty? What? No one told you to tell on him. We would not have known Grimace Yeasty was living down there until you put it in court documents that you had a 7-month-long yeast infection. Candace, we didn't need to know that. Girl. We didn't need to know that. You didn't have to tell the court that. You could have just let that be a hidden surprise for all of us. Oh, no reply. How you doing, honey? How you doing? Oh, shout out to my boss, y'all. Candace, no one needed to know that Grimace Yeasty even existed. You the one that sat 7 months. You didn't reach out to your court members back then and say, hey, I need help paying my rent. I'm not paying it because I allowed black mold to grow. And now I'm stuck with this yeast infection. It itch and burns, and I'm tired. And now you're calling him the ick. How dare you? Grimace is, oh, he's so upset. He's like, oh, how dare you, Candace? Didn't you not enjoy my purple milkshake? Sipping on some scissor. Sipping on some scissor. Candace, how did that thing taste? It tastes like cough medicine. So what do you? Oh, she's sitting here trying to deny Grimace, calling it the ick. Candace, you're so damn mean. This is why you have no friends, girl. Yeastosaurus. Oh, yeah. There you go. Grimace Yeastosaurus. Best buzz from the very beginning. Candace, you lived 7 months rent-free. Well, it wasn't rent-free, but you failed to pay rent. And then you didn't go to court. And you want the candy-ass cult members to believe that you want subpoena power. When you failed to go to court for your trial hearing against the apartment property community that you filed the lawsuit against. And when you realize I'm not winning this, you just failed to show up for court, but you filed the lawsuit. Go figure. And you want your dumbass cult members believe that you want subpoena power. When you have the propensity to fail to appear for your own trial hearing. Go figure. That is a court documents, because reading is fundamental here in the LLC. We don't believe what a mere alien says, one that should probably be deported. We go based on evidence here. Candace, you're not going to get us to look away from this damn DUI. George incurred on his own accord. No one forced him to get behind the wheel of Blackie Hot Wheels and to drive it into a ditch, because that's exactly what happened. And then he tried to abandon Blackie Hot Wheels in that ditch. You realize the photos taken of that truck still had grass in the front? Y'all, it was grass in the front bumper, down underneath the bumper area, underneath the engine. Grass, a chunk of grass. Do you understand like how dangerous that is, Candace? When we get that police body cam footage, it's gonna be a happy, happy day. I'm having a whole watch party for that police body cam footage, Candace. We're having a watch party in the Lady Luck Club. Okay. We're all going to be having some wine and popcorn and red Kool-Aid and purple milkshakes. It's going to be on the poppy, girl.
That we are fighting each other, face to face, and let fire meet fire. I'm also happy that the public now recognizes that it was always you guys. I was working with Laura Loomer. There's no way that we had to have police over today. I've got 2 of my cars online, a car that takes my child. I have literally LLCs and trusts that only the Daily Wire could have known that are being leaked to her. And of course, Matt Charlson,
nobody's leaking.
That's been suing me for 2 years, constantly.
Oh, Candace, I have the property documents. I have a copy of the deed of the transfer. You understand? That is public information. It's not a leak. It's a Google search of your home address. Y'all, Candace, this is priceless. Candace, Laura Loomer still did not release your address, even on public documents. See, I already knew her address. That's why it was easy for me to get it. I'm like, okay, well, you paid the taxes on it. But see, here's the thing. You don't pay the taxes on it if it's under a trust. Candace, I had been going over tax documents with Blexit and discovered those LLCs, at least 2 or 3 of them. One of which belonged to Parlor Inc. No replies. Oh, he's done so much research on you. Your background, your relatives, being connected to Jeffrey Epstein. Shout out to no reply in the chat. Oh, we got a whole expose for tomorrow, y'all. It's going to be something else, Candace. There's a whole lot more coming, too. You have no idea what you're doing, girl. I'm going to show you how it's done, because I know you're paying attention. You're still bad at this. And that's why the candy asses come over here and tune in, because they take stuff back to you. Don't worry. Candace watches herself. Candace, you suck.
Tweeting her. So it was obvious to us, but now it's obvious
We're getting
to the
body
public.
cam.
And I do want you guys to know that we are planning on playing offense with this. We are developing a plan to deal with this because it's been 3 years of what is just stalking and harassment being dressed up as.
Coming from the woman that actually professed to have sources and direct contacts living in Erica Kirk's residential building. Candace, that is legally defined to be stalking. You understand that? You know you don't have to physically live in the building to be stalking her. You admitted to stalking. Everywhere you go, we have eyes and ears on you. We'll be watching. There's always a set of eyes watching you. For what? That girl owes you nothing. She is a grown-ass woman. And you're still an alien. Girl, Blexit your ass off of our planet.
Some noble pursuit that has absolutely nothing to do with Erica and everything to do with me surviving their vicious attacks. They have wanted to destroy my family. They have wanted to destroy my life. And they won't win. That's the reality. They won't win, but they will destroy themselves in the process. So if
No,
you have
we
any
won't.
questions, I will answer. I will definitely also drop these documents regarding Zach Lewis and
But she won't drop the actual police body cam of George's DUI. Candace, you know we're going to get it, right? Let's say the police department charges $600. We'll do a fundraiser for that if we have to. Laura Loomer is like, oh, I'll pay for it. She was like, oh, no, don't worry. I'm going to get it. I got people in Tennessee already all over it. Candace. A couple content creators, Artie Trolls, shout out to him. All he had to do is anyone in Tennessee able to get this. He had at least 2 other people, oh my God, that's willing to get it. I had to look up the statute code that they were citing in one of the responses to realize they were misquoting the wrong subsection of the state law regarding the FOIA request. We're not a public hospital. You can't make this up. Oh, Candace, oh, you're so stupid.
on that, I'll see you guys tomorrow on the show.
Oh, Lord, with no DUI body cam footage, you can't make this up. Oh, she's so mad. Candace. Oh, this is all your fault. We got so many things going on. Everybody's like, I'm sick of this woman. Hold on. Let's see this one.
Max. Yeah, well, thinking clearly.
Hold on. Who sent this to me? Y'all send me all kinds of goodies over here. Ember? Subtly manipulating her fans to pay for her reckless mouth. Notice the simple wedding band she's wearing versus her 35K bling. 666 woman. Oh, shout out to Cinema Shogun. He keeps his foot on your neck, girl.
Percent rights. Why is everyone suing and not helping with the investigation? All of them had direct access with Charlie Kirk. Instead of helping, they are suing. Who and what information are they protecting? Go Max. Yeah, well, thinking clearly through what going Max means. Maybe that's how we do it. And you can just start actually selling that Go Max gear.
Yeah, Yeah, okay, because she needs the money for her attorneys where they're actually doing the real work. Candace, you're not fooling anybody. Why don't you tell your cult members that you hate going to court? You know, that's kind of proven by the fact that your 3 attorneys, one of them you're losing. That's withdrawing from the Macron lawsuit, have requested extensions this entire time. You think they would just say, you know what, skip the motion to dismiss. Let's go on to the trial hearing. Please schedule the trial hearing. We're ready to answer to this. Get the jury going and select it. Let's get discovery exchange. Let's get through this process. Nope. No. They've done nothing but stall. And then what happens? One of her attorneys decides, and he is well within his rights to withdraw. But with that, now she gets to weaponize that to say, oh, I'm losing an attorney. I gotta get a continuance. And we pushing this hearing from April to June. So she's got more time to get new attorneys to say the same damn thing. And for what, Candace? You're going to lose. You know, because you lied by omission. You're not the only one whom people will send information to, girl. I have photos sent to me that Candace received an acknowledged receipt and did not show the public. They will be submitted as exhibits and evidence into the lawsuit hearing. Candace, they're coming with scientific evidence, DNA. You understand? Because that's how you prove someone was born of a certain gender. Scientific evidence. That's a matter of science. Not you running your dumb mouth. Oh, it's going to be priceless. Girl, go to court.
A hat or whatever it is now. And yeah, I know.
Oh, you sound so depressed, girl.
Expensive. These lawsuits to get to.
What the? Candace, These lawsuits are all your fault. You could stop lying like hell. Oh, that federal lawsuit is whooping her ass. Candace, you sound defeated, girl. What's the matter with the alien? Oh, no. Oh, no. Candace. Oh, Candace. Oh, she sounds so bad. Y'all, she wearing, so one of y'all said she wearing a band. She took that ring off. Candace, you had to sell that ring. How did you fly over to Italy knowing that you got to spend all this money on attorneys? Why are you making your cult members feel bad about you spending thousands of dollars on attorneys when you can afford to drop everything at the drop of a dime and fly to Italy? How do you expect it? Like, we're not fooled by that. If you can fly your ass to Italy, you, George, and the kids, plus, you know, your nanny and whomever else, because there's 4 of them. So you need a nanny, need help. If all you all can get on a plane and go to Italy and travel across the country, across the waters to Italy, you're not that broke. And yet the cult members see nothing wrong with me saying, where's my $7,000 damn dollars?
These lawsuits to get to
Unbelievable.
that phase is hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Asked. But truth
all
matters.
your fault.
And I have found that when you don't overthink, when people really want money,
Candace doesn't think at all. She also does not read.
They tend to lose a lot of it, right? When your focus is money, you tend to lose a lot of it. And
yep, that's what happened. Candace, you earned $50 to $60 million in 7 months just on weaponizing Charlie Kirk's assassination. Boy, I bet you now. I wonder how often he's gonna visit her in her visions now. Candace, do you still see dead people?
When you are focused on truth and doing the right thing, like,
Carol,
no, genocide is always wrong. It actually opens the door for you get rewarded in the end. I think that's kind of been my lesson of my last few years. The show has been tremendously successful, and I did the right thing, the harder thing, but the right thing.
No, you didn't do the right thing. You're being sued. One of them is a federal lawsuit. They're not playing with you in the federal court. The federal judge will not be playing with you in that district court. Do you understand? They will not be playing with your little ass in that district court. That federal judge will not be in the mood. Go in there with that word salad and all that stupid nonsense if you want to. That federal judge will hold your ass in contempt, girl. And if you don't believe me, find out the hard way, Candace. We love a FAFO moment, don't we here in the LLC? Oh, we love a FAFO. Candace, F around and find out. We're all just waiting. At this
and
point.
I feel like I am again being faced with that right now. That decision.
Go to court.
And like I said, I have to speak to my husband because everything has to be done together. So we'll
oh
see.
no, he watching. He has to pay for that. Candace, that might be why George is running around here drinking and driving, breaking laws. You know, as if he's in the bullying down the club 24/7. He's probably sick of spending more money in attorney's fees than anything else. He might just willfully deport himself and go back to the UK. John Mappin, you've got a family of 6 coming. One of them is an alien.
What we come up with, and I will keep you guys in the loop. I think you can see my heart is depressed, this, though.
You're gonna lose. Candace, oh, you sound so depressed, girl. Oh, you might want to go back. Maybe you should go back this time. Go to France. You know, since you claim to have a whole lot of supporters over there. Candace, why can't you go to France? I'm just curious. Is it a problem with the president there or what? It might be the French assassin might be waiting on her ass. Oh, Candace. Gary, you sure have given me some entertainment for the evening. I don't even know what else to say. Wow, this is pathetic. Candace. Oh man. Oh, you sad, sad alien. This girl is sitting here just she just having a whole meltdown. And she's sitting here. You got people putting up these damn things. What is this? Oh. Shout out to Minnie, honey. Minnie be on it, honey. She be sending me everything over here. Took me a second, but I found it. Candace was literally begging for spare change after claiming she had proof of a financial transaction between the Macrones indirectly and a hitman they allegedly hired to kill her on behalf of Israel and France in December. She claimed it was to beef up her security, but if you read the fine print, you can see she planned to spend the money on other corporate purposes. Is that what it say? Oh, Candace. Oh, good grief. Cooperate? Candace, you do realize corporate is spelled Corporate. You put cooperate? Is that what she put? Oh, this is priceless. Oh, Candace, you're an idiot. Oh, she put corporate. Okay, I was about to say, oh, good God, she couldn't get... I'm willing to give the spelling error here. Candace is just an idiot. I can't spare this alien. Help support Candace. After much popular demand, we put together this page to help support Candace's fight. Yeah, a multi-millionaire somehow needs help because the Candy Ass cult members have no problem reminding us that she's a multi-millionaire every single time I go live about her. You know why? Because they enter my chat at their own peril. And they're constantly talking about her being rich. So why is this necessary? You might ask. Because Candace doesn't know the difference between the letter N and the number 9. Candace, I know math goes over your head. But your cult members are the ones throwing you under the bus by repeating this in videos all over YouTube. Do you know how many comments have been left reminding me that you're rich and you have all this money? So why the hell are you asking for support? Why is this happening, candy asses? I'm just saying. Why do we need to help support her dumb ass when the candy asses are the ones telling us she's filthy rich? Are you jealous because she's richer than you? She has more money. You're just jealous. So tell her to stop asking for spare change. Candace, this is bum behavior. I expect someone that's homeless to do something like this, not someone that her own cult members keep reminding everybody on YouTube is filthy rich. Can we talk about it? The hypocrisy of it all. A word that the cult members just can't spell or define. They're idiots. They tell on her and they prove my point every time they leave that dumbass comment. And I'm here for it. We just record and keep moving. Because that's what we're doing. They have no problem telling on their own cult leader. She's rich. You're just jealous of her. She's wealthy. She has more money than you. She has more subs. Oh, you're so jealous at all the money she's making. No, I'm not. But she's spending half of that in attorney's fees. And yet, she's asking her cult members, many of whom are working regular 9-to-5s, too stupid to understand that you don't give a multimillionaire that runs her mouth and gossips on her YouTube channel half of your mortgage money. You just don't do that. Why are you giving her your paychecks when her ass, according to the Candy Ass cult members, is filthy rich and wealthy and has millions of dollars. Candice, you can't go to court and say, I'm broke, Your Honor. I can't afford this. Because, see, here's what we're going to do. You listening? Candy? Candace? Karen? Candice. What we're going to do, and not just me, everyone else on YouTube, we're going to send Brian Harpool's attorneys, Erica Kirk's attorneys, whenever she drops her lawsuit, the Macron's attorneys, all of your Candy Ass cult members' comments. Yes, we will. We've already been doing that. And we're going to remind them, don't let her go to court and lie like hell about her finances. Her cult members are repeating this bullshit in every video, every live stream, on every channel. And I have 2 of them. So it's like I'm getting double the dumb shit comments. Congratulations, Candy Ass cult members. For once, you're actually useful to us and not her. Thank you for reminding us that she's filthy rich. Now she can't go to court and cry broke. Candice, I told you to get a handle on your cult members and get them under control. You failed to do that. Now it's going to backfire on you, heifer. We're here for it. Oh, yeah, we're going to make sure all those comments can get over there. Where the Candy Asses at? Come on in this chat and spill all the beans. Oh, Candy Asses, come in the chat. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Come on in here and prove to us that she's really rich and she can afford all this. Candace, you can't be sued into oblivion or into bankruptcy because your cult members have reassured us that you are rich and wealthy and you have all this money, millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they have all these lovely comments to prove it. And we're just sending them to attorneys. To the Candy Ass cult members, this one is for you. Thank you so much for continuously ratting out your cult leader. We're here for it. And your comments are not in vain. Okay? Oh, they're going to be so mad at me. Oh, good grief. In case you missed it, we're fighting a few battles right now. And if you want to help support us, you can throw any spare change towards us. Nope. She's rich and wealthy. Funds given are not tax deductible for IRS purposes, and Georgetown Inc., DBA Candace Owens, will have to pay tax from these funds at the end of the fiscal year. Do they pay the taxes is the question. Candace, post up the Candace Owens LLC tax forms. We want to see them. Show us the tax returns, girl. We've already gone over Blexit and linked that to Parlor. Girl, you ran Blexit into the ground over some security. You can't make this up. Or you could have just been lying about that and just putting it under another LLC. It's not our fault that you keep hiding money under all these LLCs. That is something I discovered going over Blexit's tax forms. No one needed to leak that. We went over Blexit's tax document filings. And we discovered a couple LLCs in that. Did we not in the LLC? Hit the 4. Hit the 4. And if you haven't seen it, it's on my channel on the Candace Owens playlist. You know, the dumb alien. Hit the 4. If you remember our breakdown of the Blexit tax returns. Blexit tax returns. We found Parlor Inc. We even looked up an apartment with an address registered to Parlor Inc. somewhere in, what was the state of Virginia? Candice, you've been hiding money under LLCs for a while. You just think that all of us are stupid as your cult members. No, no, ma'am. We read and we know how to do math. So the fact that the cult members keep telling on you and reassuring us that you're rich and wealthy and you got multiple millions of dollars, and somehow we're all supposed to be jealous of your dumbass, you alien. Um, it's just letting us know we don't need to give you spare change. For what? You got the money. Your cult members reassured us of that. Why don't you post up those tax returns for Candace Owens LLC? Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. See, look at all these fours in the chat, Candace. These people we all remember. We went over Blexit tax forms, tax returns, and Parlor Inc. LLC registration information. Girl, we went in. Chabu. It was 2 other LLCs that were paid. One connected to Parlor Inc., another one connected to an LLC. And we went over that information. Just hundreds of thousands of dollars going under these LLCs, being paid for dumb things. Girl, we're here for it. Oh, man. Funds given will primarily be used by Georgetown Inc., DBA Candace Owens, to reimburse legal and security costs. Why security? It's for reasons that have been, currently are, or will be accrued. Currently are or will be accrued. Because, yeah, you got more lawsuits coming. What's so crazy is the candy asses are falling for this. They're telling us that you're rich as hell while they're asking us to support your dumbass. Why? Why do we have to give Candace our money? She's wealthy, remember? She's filthy rich. Why do we need to give her our money? We don't have to give her anything. You can't make this up. Oh, this is priceless, Candace. All they have to do is look over those Blexit tax returns that I covered in my videos. Hit the like button while you're over there, candy asses. Can't make this up. They want us to help her stay rich. For what? Girl. Oh, man. That have been, currently are, or will be accrued by Candace Owens, Candace Owens LLC, as if that LLC does not have enough money pumping through it, or Georgetown Inc., which manages her website. Georgetown Inc. reserves the right to use the funds for other corporate purposes as well. For example, but not limited to payment processing fees or taxes associated with these same support donations. All her dumb merch that Brandon Tatum is still, spearheading. She got to pay him. Candace, you're not fooling us, girl. Oh, she's broke. That's such a lie. And the candy asses wants us to give her money while still saying that she's filthy rich. Go figure. Oh, it's the lies for me, Candace. It's the lies for me, girl. Huh, man. All right, y'all. That's all we're going to cover tonight. Mama's tired, but it has been fun. Candace, I went much, much longer than I planned on going. But tomorrow we will be back at it. Shout out to No Reply. We got some information to present you all. And he has done some fine research. I was able to read over some of the information. But tomorrow we'll be prepared to go over all the research information from No Reply, as well as the federal lawsuit. Candace, this is still a thing. Let's go, Brandon. Meme token creators, promoters hit with class action over alleged pump and dump scheme. Candace, you're named as a defendant. You want to pretend like your name's not right. You really want to pretend like this isn't a thing? Girl, you need attorneys for this too. This is a federal lawsuit, by the way. And because it's class action, more than likely, what is owed to any victims will probably result in some sort of agreement or mediation. But who knows? Maybe they'll go to court and duke it out. There is a jury trial demand, so that should be interesting. But we are going to go over that because some of this ties into the research from No Reply, and we are here for it. No Reply, will you be ready tomorrow, honey? I will. Sick or not, we're going to be ready tomorrow. There we go. Yeah, just a teaser on this. No Reply says the lawsuit is connected to what we're going over to because the person, Jesse Herman, had a website called Let's Go Finance. It was the main promoter, like the voice of the Let's Go Brandon coin. Y'all, we're going to have a ball. Oh, you're always ready. Honey, I am so ready. We're going in, Candace. Oh, these federal laws you've been accused of violating is something else. Yeah, here are the laws. They're claiming that she aided in breaking Florida Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practices Act, a federal law, and then the Florida Securities and Investors Protection Act. Candace. The reason why it's in the state of Florida is because it's the jurisdiction of the petitioner. These are federal laws you violated. This is why it's a federal lawsuit. Oh, man. When Erica Kirk drops her federal lawsuit, it's going to be on and popping. Candace might just say, you know what? I'm not going to go on for a week. Oh, she's going to have to digest that one. Erica Kirk, make sure you add stalking to your lawsuit as well. That's a felony. You can't make this up. Y'all have been absolutely gracious. Tune in tomorrow. Let's get into supers right quick. I appreciate all of you all and your support. Thank you all for the well wishes. Here's the pollen. It's kicking my butt. It's like I feel like I have a cold. Except it's like my throat hurts. So as you can tell, it's getting hard. I'm tired. So shout out to Jay Witt. Oh, he came through, left us $5 super. Oh man. Hit that like button, you all. And make sure you hype this video up. Dear God, hype it up. Let's get the views up on this content. I am so excited for you all. Thank you so much, Mindy, for the 10 LLC memberships gifted. Y'all, shout out to Mindy and say thank you if you received a membership this evening. Let Mindy know you appreciate her and support her, as well as I. Thank you so much, Mindy. And Susie Q hit us with the $5 super. We should all go and donate a dime each. Candace won't get a penny from me. Okay, Candace, you can kick rocks, girl. Go beg to George's parents. That ought to be interesting. George, are you going to tell us how you got the black eye or what? Was it another DUI? Are we just left to assume? Candace, broken foot, your black eyes, stuff isn't adding up. We're finding out about DUIs and you paying property taxes under your name and not a trust. You can't make this up. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate all of you all. You guys have a good evening. Make sure you all tune in tomorrow. Thank you, Juju, for the $5 super. Feel better. I will. Yeah, I took some medicine already, so I'm about to go straight to bed. You guys be good. Tune in tomorrow for the presentation. Thank you all so much. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.